It's a great honor and privilege for me to address this distinguished gathering of business leaders, investors, policymakers, and government officials at the Belarus-Ghana Business Forum, the first ever. Allow me first and foremost to express my profound gratitude to the government and people of the Republic of Belarus for the warm hospitality that has been extended to my delegation and I since our arrival in this beautiful city of Minsk. The warmth, the openness, the spirit of friendship we have experienced are a testament to the enduring goodwill between our two countries. They also provide an excellent foundation for a stronger economic partnership to the benefit of our two people. This forum is taking place at a particularly significant moment in our bilateral relations, and it reflects a shared recognition that the relationship between Ghana and Belarus must evolve beyond just cordial diplomatic ties into a deeper, more dynamic, and mutually beneficial economic partnership. Today, we're gathered here not merely to exchange ideas, but to create opportunities to forge partnerships and lay the foundations for a new chapter in Ghana-Belarus cooperation. Ghana and Belarus have enjoyed more than three decades of diplomatic relations founded on mutual respect, friendship, and cooperation. While these relationships have remained cordial and productive, we must acknowledge that the volume of trade and business between our two countries has not yet reflected the full potential of both our countries. The reality is that our economies are highly complementary. Belarus possesses significant strengths in agricultural mechanization, industrial manufacturing, fertilizer production, engineering, pharmaceuticals, agro-processing, industrialization, and technology. Ghana, on the other hand, offers political stability, abundant natural resources, strategic geographic positioning, a youthful workforce, and direct access to some of the world's fastest growing markets. The challenge, therefore, before us is not the absence of opportunity. The challenge is how to unlock that opportunity. And that is why this business forum is important. It provides us with a platform for governments to facilitate, but more importantly for businesses to connect, to invest, to innovate, and build lasting commercial relationships. We meet at a time when the global economy is undergoing a profound transformation. Geopolitical tensions, supply chain disruptions, rising protectionism, climate-related shocks, conflict, and changing trade patterns are reshaping international commerce and supply chains. In this environment, countries that succeed will be those that diversify their partnerships, they build resilience, and create new avenues for growth. For Ghana and Belarus, this moment presents us with an opportunity. It challenges us to move beyond traditional patterns of engagement and to build practical partnerships that are based on our shared interests and to our mutual benefit. Our cooperation must be guided by a simple principle. Where Belarus possesses the expertise, Ghana offers the opportunity, and where Ghana offers opportunity, Belarus can find profitable partnerships. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to share Ghana's economic story briefly. When my administration assumed office in January 2025, we inherited an economy with significant challenges. We therefore embarked on a comprehensive program of economic stabilization, fiscal discipline, and structural transformation. Today, the results are visible for all to see. Inflation has fallen dramatically from above 54% in 2023 to 3.4% in 2026. Our international reserves have strengthened considerably from 5.6 billion, 8.6 billion in 2024 to $13.9 billion in 2025. The cedi has stabilized, and indeed it appreciated in 2025 at 46% against major trading currencies. Interest rates have declined significantly, and investor confidence has returned. Our economy recorded strong growth of above 6% in 2025, and Ghana's gross domestic product has surpassed 100 billion. Indeed, it is put at 114 billion, which makes Ghana the 8th largest economy in Africa. Our international credit outlook has improved, reflecting renewed confidence in Ghana's economic and fiscal management. Most importantly, businesses now operate within a more predictable macroeconomic environment. But these achievements are not ends in themselves. They are the foundations upon which we must build a resilient, competitive, and export-oriented economy. And the message is clear, that Ghana is stable, that Ghana is growing, and that Ghana is open for business. Central to our economic transformation agenda is the 24-hour economy and accelerated export development program. This initiative seeks to maximize productivity, expand industrial output, create sustainable jobs, and position Ghana as a leading production and export hub in Africa. The program is encouraging industries to operate around the clock while supporting investments in logistics, in energy, in transport, manufacturing, and agro-processing. It is creating opportunities for investors seeking reliable partners and scalable markets. For businesses looking for the next frontier of growth in Africa, Ghana offers the most compelling proposition. Agriculture represents perhaps the greatest immediate opportunity for collaboration between our two countries. Belarus has earned a global reputation for excellence in production of agricultural machinery and equipment, fertilizer production, and agro-industrial systems. Ghana is currently undertaking one of the most ambitious agricultural modernization programs in its history. Through our Feed Ghana program, we're investing in mechanization, irrigation, improved seeds, livestock development, and agro-processing. We're establishing farmers' service centers across the country to provide machinery, technical support, and modern farming services to Ghana's farmers. Indeed, the ongoing procurement of agricultural machinery from Belarus for these centers is a practical example of how our partnership is already yielding tangible results. As I speak today, Ghana has placed an order for 1,840 pieces of agricultural equipment from Belarus. But this is only the beginning. We're inviting Belarusian investors to participate in commercial farming, in irrigation development, greenhouse production, fertilizer manufacturing, poultry production, aquaculture, food processing, and agricultural logistics. Ghana's fertile land, favorable climate, and expanding market make it one of Africa's most attractive agribusiness destinations. Healthcare is another area with enormous potential. My government is expanding access to quality healthcare while investing in specialized facilities for cancer treatment, vaccine production, and medical research. We see significant opportunities for collaboration in the production of pharmaceuticals, medical equipment, manufacturing, diagnostics, telemedicine, and healthcare technologies. Belarusian expertise can play an important role in supporting Ghana's healthcare transformation agenda. The future, it is said, belongs to nations that embrace technology and innovation. And so Ghana is positioning itself to become a leading digital economy in Africa. We've launched our national artificial intelligence structure, which is titled AI for Good. And we're implementing the training of 1 million of our youth in coding. We also continue to expand STEM education, digital skills training, and innovation ecosystems. A major technology and AI hub is currently under development in Ghana, creating opportunities in data centers, cybersecurity, fintech, agri-tech, health tech, and business process outsourcing. We welcome Belarusian partnership in software development, digital infrastructure, cybersecurity, technology transfer, and innovation. Beyond agriculture and technology, Ghana presents significant opportunities in industrial manufacturing and value addition. Our approach is clear. We seek to move beyond just exporting raw materials. We seek to process, manufacture, and create value within Ghana. Opportunities exist in mining services, mineral processing, industrial equipment, manufacturing, textiles, housing, construction materials, and renewable energy. And I'm pleased to note that we have already reached an agreement with Belaz, manufacturers of mining equipment, to visit Ghana next week, as early as next week. And I'm pleased to inform you that investors who establish operations in Ghana gain access not only to our domestic market of 34 million people, but also to the wider African market through the African Continental Free Trade Area of 1.3 billion people with a GDP, total GDP of $1.3 trillion. Infrastructure remains a cornerstone of our development strategy. Through our $10 billion 5-year Big Push infrastructure program, Ghana is investing heavily in roads, railways, ports, airports, energy, and logistics. These investments are designed to improve connectivity, to reduce business costs, and enhance competitiveness. Belarusian companies possess expertise that can contribute significantly to these infrastructural efforts. Whether in transport infrastructure, power systems, industrial parks, logistics, road construction, railway, renewable energy, opportunities abound for us to collaborate. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, investors today seek certainty, stability, and market access. And I can assure you Ghana provides all these three. Our political credentials are strong. Our legal and regulatory systems are transparent. Investor protection is robust, and we guarantee repatriation of profits. We also guarantee protection of investment. Ghana provides direct access, as I said, to a market of over 35 million people, an ECOWAS market of over 400 million people, and an African Continental Free Trade Area market of more than 1.4 billion people. For businesses seeking a strategic gateway into Africa, Ghana remains one of the continent's most attractive destinations. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the true measure of our relationship should not be the number of diplomatic exchanges that we conduct. It should be the number of businesses that we create, results that are measurable, the jobs that we create, the technology that we transfer, and the investments that we mobilize together. And finally, the prosperity we create for future generations of Belarusian children and Ghanaian children. The opportunities before us are immense. The foundations have already been laid. The political commitment exists. The institutional frameworks are being strengthened. And what remains is for the private sectors of our two countries to seize the moment. Today, I extend not merely an invitation, but a strategic proposition. We invite Belarusian businesses to partner with Ghana in agriculture, manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, infrastructure, technology, renewable energy, and industrial development. Ghana seeks partners who are prepared to build industries, create jobs, transfer technology, and participate in the story of African transformation. Together, we can turn goodwill into investment, as we are doing today. We signed 3 memorandums of understanding. The first, to create a joint framework for economic cooperation, and the second, for cooperation in agricultural production, and the third, cooperation between our chambers of commerce. We can build on these partnerships to invest in production, to turn production into exports, and to turn exports into shared prosperity. And therefore, I charge you, let us leave Minsk today with a determination to transform our discussions into deals and partnerships, and to transform those partnerships into projects, and to transform opportunities into lasting economic success. The future of Ghana-Belarus relationship is bright. Let us build that future together. God bless the Republic of Belarus. God bless the Republic of Ghana. And may the friendship and partnership between our two nations continue to flourish.
Okay, I'm saying more about TV XYZ live on Power 97.9 FM inside politics. Jumedi soon if it's Sabrin Copem 6 p.m. Bebo. O my Ghana emun sema hodo a etwegu die di ne sefata se baby bia wajebre na wo hwe anase wutie ye timi de ba somo se ye ofie wadwuma mu ka mu anase baby biara wo na wo hwe yen de me ka che wan se me ma wakwa ba me ni sa dwumadi enfemum enkopem 6 p.m. Bebo na ensema hodo a etwegu o man Ghana ha ye nyina ye ntoto adwene ye nhwe kwan a ye de be fa so se be ye no man Ghana ebetimi akoso na wafa na ntema pa bi e de afra mpanifo a tire chi wo dwumadi mu okwa MCR Mr. Rav Jampo director Mr. Peter Cranty Mr. Emmanuel Kisi Abbas wo mo na MCR abrebi o mo hye TV ni so ma na TV ni so aya akono na watimi agi bre na wahwe dwumadi bi Lizzy ana ye makeup na watwi anim kama CM Farmer mesom Elvis ana gina camera na chi na ne wo hwe so bedandan camera no na watwa dwumadi na wono so e de asom yen Mr. Kelvin Asante enemy producer wahye dwumadi nyina se me momoden na me so me medi ho chiame na yen nyina yen fensom wo man Ghana midin di NK Obrempong the grassroots president okwapemai kania tutu okwapem de hye minya tena sese pe kan na hunu se eye no kre eye pepepe yo eye yedie eye kwampa biara wo man Ghana befa so afa ne ntema pa bi de fra se beye na ehon mfaso de no ehon anionyam ehon sika ehon nyuma ehon abrabo pa no yen temamufo yen Ghanafo nso yen sa etimi akabi nti ba biara wo wa wagebre na wo ne ebedi sa dwumadi abo mese Nyankopon wa nhira wa enke Obrempong nyade a mepredda ene nsema hodo anegu yen table yisu wa ha ye bo modin ne de mu nchiremu de abre ne mum de rikan ko Facebook yen platforms no at Power 979 FM TV XYZ Ghana na bomode na jebre na fish uhwe dwumadi ne bi no wa share unua bi so anya bi ahwe na ode wa genkyere e de ato ase wo mre pem no ye be kan won sem na bi abiem na obi ahu sampa won so kan ho bi ano man Ghana gu so ofa ne ntema pa bi na ode efra YouTube XYZ broadcasting no so ye platform o jebre a obetimi ahwe inside politics dwumadi bi na ode wa genkyere e de ato ase ye hwe ene ensem a ye ba bedi ho nkomo no a na eguwa bebre na ukopiem ewo Konfanochi Teaching Hospital no ewo Kumasi in the Ashanti region a ensem a esi beye na wotwe kakra ne na chinie se the CEO Edema the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital Dr. Pakwesi Bedu enam niema bi ekọ so konfonochi anko ne ye ni nti no the health minister honorable Kwabena Minta Kando say be ya anka wonko ana wontwe ne ho o man suspension kakra na anka o mabomoden aye hyehyeye awie na anka papa ya san ba na so doctor for a ewo konfonochi say womo enyade a womo betwe sa asem no say o CEO no onko sa suspension na health minister edemom no enti doctors ne nurses a womo wo konfonochi teaching hospital no womo nyina ate atun a womo de womo eye bibia to say nyade a womo ye adwuma kopem say CEO no so ebetimi aba adwuma na another yi patients a ana won ye yare a womo Kumase ne mpatem ahodo a womo timi call konfonochi teaching hospital say womo kọ na nkoma akọ gia yarehwe no womo du ho ebo doctor bi ani ho nurse bi ani ho ama womo ye very 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 stranded yenko ne yenko hwe womo ana womo kope ayarehwe e wo konfonochi teaching hospital nenso womo du ho na doctors ni won nurses ni ho a ekwan ya na womo fa so na womo ni atutu aka womo sem yenhwe mra nto adwumadi ni so
me baya no pano enipa gu ha se ne brebia oba ne enkonwesi enipa tete so eni ho sa ahanya adam pan obia girigina ho wo se wo ye se doctors cop strike wo se wo ye o se doctor cop strike wo be sa adenti no mo cop strike o mo se dabre o mo pani bi akokan se emergency ayema enti no obia ba wo nya ba bi na enti no aban hu na se o ye eno okokan enti no o mo so won tene fie be America kransa enu nti ne nkwara anso sese ma wo mpani na akotena fia ene wo so mo madwuma enti ene ye de nyina samha wo mo egugu a wo mo da ha da danso mo nye doctor nhwe wo enti Mr. Doctor nse wo sa ban se enye ye nti kura da se doctor se cost strike anase bibisa wo brochire enti esre no ade bia papa na ye bia no ama wo so nkotena fie na wo mo hwi asem no no wonya manen kana nkwara no emre dwuma mehwe ya yarefo wo mo hu ye mobo
me ba for dressing but eneno anka Wednesday ana komuka se nka me hu doctor enye etinanka me fa say ya be find out say e be a doctor no ombenya ba for Wednesday and some ba say so I think say strike nda so e wo ma onipa bia ni ase temi kwa no me nim say Wednesday na 17th omode date ma me say me hu for doctor so is it minimum
ibedura obi ania bibia yeka nti kwan be fa so e be hwe ye no mpa ye na me bo se ya me bedum ya ubetimi aboa ya me aye me nko ba bia ha na da bia me ba edi metra na kura me da ne kopin bra wo mbe bansa na mama ya hwe me ena na nka ese ye hwe me ena sun ba no obi ania 9 June na nka ye hwe me enso so ene eba obi ania mi nim se wo mu kosa ka memba
eba ye no ye hu nurse mponi ye hu doctors o mo dan nyina ya tutum e bia no ho no ma wo fa wo hu obi a ya dro so ta ma so se doctors hwe ye no mo ma ye dro ibedru ha kra che ma boto kra san kra ma me pressure foforo bisa me hwe ye kra ye ho odin kakra yi kra na ye mfi ye na o hwe wo ma agency ni ade a abanu hu ya mobo na de wo mo ne doctors ni ntembia o ntimi so wo mfiri ho no mo na fa sundwe mra no ntimi ha ye nso so ayare for na ye bre
enti timamufobia ewo Kumase ne mpatem o mukopie ewo Konfanochi teaching hospital sanka mo kwa akogya yarehwe no wo mukodu no na doctor ni bi ani ho nurses for ani ho de o mo kan ne se wo mo akoka se ana mo pani ahwe ama wo makoka se emergency ayema enti no obi aba ho a enye ye bio enti the health minister honorable Kwabena Minta Kando said there be assembly na twetwena so enti pani pa CEO edema Konfanochi teaching hospital Dr. Kwasi Bedu anka won twe ne ho kakra suspension enko no so kakra se beye na panifo betimi adidi nkomo ayen hyehye pa sade na ebi ntimi nsibio because Konfanochi teaching hospital ye ayaresabia kese ba ko ewa santimemu ebo yi pa enti suspension the health minister honorable Kwabena Minta Kando edima see wo Konfanochi teaching hospital enu nti ana doctor fo ewo Confanochi Teaching Hospital. And nurses for nyina say wɔn nkɔ adwuma. Tie me ye. Wɔn nyɛ adwuma ni bio. Sɛ si yɛn bɔ ne ma yɛn tua ne mɛko. Asɛm na aba ɛyɛ mpanimfoɔ na de saa position no de ma CEO no. Enti sɛ biribi ankɔ so yie. Na saa mpanimfoɔ yi ai wɔn say yɛn ka se yɛ yi wɔ de ɛyɛ suspension. Na yɛn nyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ bi yie. Wo doctor ni a wo yɛ adwuma wɔ hɔ a wo kɔ akɔtena fie no. Ɛno asekyerɛ yɛ dade. My Ghana nti ebeye yie pa ni. Wo mayi the doctors we mu ye. Wo mayi said the ye nyina ye hwehwe sɛ anka sabre yi a eniema ekoso yie. Sabre yi ampanifo eye ntotoye pa. Sɛ bɛyɛ no ɔman bɛkɔ n'anim no deɛ a doctor fo a mo wɔ Confanochi Teaching Hospital deɛ mo yɛ wei onipa bi bɛfam ahwere ne nkwa. Imagine sɛ emergency asi accident and a bibi biara yɛ emergency asi yɛ de kɔ Confanochi a betimi aboa na nipa no anya hotɔ ya ma si wa akɔtena fie nti doctor sɛ yɛ adwuma Confanochi so mo kɔ fie sɛ ne yɛ kyekere ɔman no ɛyɛ sɛ ne yɛ hwɛ eti sɛ secondary school bi wɔ hɔ wɔn kura no a teachers for so wɔn ankɔ school a wɔ bi wu no sɛ principal wɔ hɔ akoye bibi na aban sɛ twenho na yenye hwehwɛmu na yenye siesie sɛ de be ya saa ne ma ebi nsi biewu na teacher fo a wɔ nyina be free school mu wɔ sɛ principal ni kofi enti yɛ fi school mu abiribia doctor fo nurses fo ehodi ɔman no hostage every so nim sɛ wɔtwe ne ho a wo bi ba twere ne nkwa wo nim sɛ enti bibia no yɛn krokro wɔm ya fa feeding bottle nhyɛ ɔma no ya ti madwuma mo yɛ na aseɛ but tell me say sa your friend say suspense we de ma doctor Pakwesi Beidu see wo de ma Confanochi Teaching Hospital no e wo se mo doctor fo a mo gi nipa yare na wo se mo kɔ tena fie ana e se mo pay ke mo a mo kɔ tena fie mo condition of service mo tena fie suspension of the CEO of Confanochi mo pani mo kɔ tena fie ada ne yenya mo bio adwuma na mo yɛ no mo ti ase pa yɛ dia adwuma na mo yɛ sɛ mo gi nipa nkwa no mo pledge be na mo make a doctor ne nurses adie pledge be na ya mo kama mo ho wo ma adwuma mo yɛ sɛ mo be gi nkwa no anu bi nie sɛ yɛ ma mo pani suspension na doctor sɛ nyina na mo te fie yɛ mpanifo krɔfo nananom krɔfo papanom krɔfo janom ɛna aba Confanochi Teaching Hospital a wɔn mo ba bɛgye ayarehwɛ a ɛnai mo asesa mo nneɛma nyinaa de afiri hɔ no mo a yama mo pani suspension nti no obiara ɛmfiri mu obiara ngu wɔ Kumase efisɛ Dr. Pakwesi Beidu yama no suspension nti no obiara wɔno ɛbɛnya kwanhyia obiara ɔbɛnya attack ɛwɔ ne nipadua ho obiara yɛde no bɛ rush emergency obiara ba bɛgye ayarehwɛ wɔ Kumase no saa nipa no nwu na mfa mo ho na Pakwesi Beidu ba why na mo ba bɛhwɛ mo hospital hɔ sɛ Dr. Pakwesi Beidu ɔba why ana mo ba bɛhwɛ no hospital hɔ yɛde ebi bia yɛ amanyɔsɛm wɔ kurom a health politics education politics energy politics bibi biara wɔ kurom ha ayɛ amanyɔsɛm yɛmfa nyɛ bibi yɛnhu sɛ pressure tension wɔ kurom eti na yɛmfɔ mpanimfoɔ nneɛma bi a ɛni sɛ ɔmo yɛ kora aboɔ mo nyɛ mɛsɛ sɛ ɔkɔmfo bɔne sɛ yɛn na ɔse kuro bɛbɔ a wɔte mu bi sɛ yɛn na kɔmfo bɔne wɔse kuro bɛbɔ a wɔte mu bi saa asɛm wɔ yɛ asɛm wɔ ɛwɔ sɛ doctor sɛ wɔ Confanochi mo mfrɛ bi ma memfa no nto so sɛ ɛdeɛ nti ana wɔn akɔ strike doctors and nurses sɛ wɔ Confanochi Teaching Hospital wɔn a yɛ admit wɔn deda omo egu emergency ward deda womo awaka omo deda womo epra eda admission bed so deda why never show omo just because of a mere suspension and you call yourself a doctor. Oh, me a doctor. Me hwe nipa no ma je ne nkwa. Oboa. Oh, see yan kan okura bi fankyere mo. Doctor say work on for no shame. Shame. Monti madwuma na say. Monti ase eye nipa nkwa ane dansa ne mu no. Ade amu yei. Enra chi ene ekọ nanim wonim nipa e be fa ho ahwere ne nkwa. Awo konfo anote enipa wodo obefa ho ahwere om nkwa and money age makwakọ tena fie mo num tea efise mo pani ya man suspension mo nwa papa konfo anote teaching hospital doctor se wo ho mo nwa mi huye na matire se wodo bia ni wo makoma mu amode sum Ghana for ana Ashanti region mo boa and for your own personal interest. Hospitals, Ahuduo, under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, before Wababesi from the year 16, before Mampedi Babesi from Ewo Kumasi, Motlaho, Dr. Samuel Konfanotia, say, Munyam fat paper pe, Namu issue statement, Munko be away, Mumname away, my Mumname, Yan Shet. Under President John Dramani Mahama, before Wababe from 2012 up to 2016, hospitals are who do be a what you could do here. Anka, by this time, I mean, what they can say, if Sanka South hospitals in your operational, Anka, especially Wabran and Nado Danko Kufuado. Abatina Susam Penny in Fear Watching. Sanka South hospitals in your Juma. And Kenya in a region like Ashanti region, ma MPP 1.7 million votes. No money be the idea. Yes, our His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama, before Wababesi from in 2016, hospitals are that was Sasia, our Ashanti region. Afari military hospital, Ghana in a military hospital, 37. And grind. I'm going leave. Woman call strike there kwai konfanoche doctor say be omun nyabi dabi soldier for okwai eti o mampani John Dramani Mahama ni nyansa mu na dwene mu pomu na dwene abobi mu se de wote ase bu o man mu o se ma me fa bi nko Ashanti region na enkonko boa 500 bed capacity Afari military hospital was Shasia Ama 2016 and Nama Penny John Dramani Mahama from it was almost 70 to 80% complete in Ashanti region. The former president Anad Dankwa Kufuado, Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, Ken Oforiata Wajani Akot in America. Abetina did the move for 8 good years. Afari military hospital then ketrene daho. Na awo. Na nsiota Aferifo Ekonwa our Afari military hospital under the Nanda Kwakufado. Doctor for work of Fanochi Yekom Obiani Wakasai. Yen trust in here. Seria Regional Hospital, Sa Hospital area, and Yadu Supernama Kumaemia. Sewa President Mahama and also almost 70 to 80% complete in Ashanti region, Seria. Nana Kufuado befa konya 2017 on the 7th of January 2017 at now so edi 8 good years wan fa choko kran ko science we ho wabra na wo ba besi from 2025 on the 4th of January anna wodi na ni kire se wi ase okọ commission hospital no wan fa choko and sign wo but then Crawford kasa Ashanti region kasa hey entiam people for timi amia hospital ya mayen enti na Nanda Kwakufado wa timi amia hospital ya mayen hey the people for ye ni entiane na ye bekwa kokomisi ana omu ko penti Sewia hospital dan be mienu pem ana omu do do anim ho edi green carpet se ho edi man na dan kwaku fado ana electricity kura any dynamo any hospital mu Sewia MPP for ko rent a plant generator kese no ana omu di ko see afari ana omu so light no hospital num green ana na dan kwaku fado efa apaso obese no afre ahemfo together with the former Ashanti regional minister Simon Osemensa, the former education minister Osaya Wadichum ani mpanifo ahodo na womuko pie ewo Sewia na dadakwaku fado fa apaso no twa mu ten hospital no na kohwe kwan ko Sewia ene ya me no de ka say wo Ashanti regional kohwe kwan a eko Sewia na dadakwaku fado eko commission sa hospital na ene plaque bo ho say wono na dadakwaku fado wo bia sa hospital na no be se ba pem ne ko tire kura ye fa drip nsini so da from 2025 last year on the 4th of January na ka 3 days na do see from and one the plant ko so light no mo ye caricature bi on be ye wie e commission the plaque bo ho one wie no mo tu isi sa on carpet nyina the same old story today go to Sewia and rather na menhunu say the Ministry of Health under the leadership of Honorable Kwabena Minta Kando one mo dia beto say Sewia no man pani John Dramani Mahama 2016 no they do 70 to 80%, you know, it will be completed by the end of 2026. Yes, Sewia Hospital a 250 bed capacity. Sewia, and I don't need MPP, but now Santeman so 8 years. Woman to me and be Sewia, woman to me and share. I'm a Sewia and Yajuma. And then the Conformity Teaching Hospital doctor say, "Well, one more catch and say, and I say we are crano. Are you ready? Now, the doctor Kufado, Nebrano, what, yeah, Obiano Munkway. Doctor say, what's Santimemu? Munkwa na Munkwa Yajuma. Say, no, Doctor Kufado. Ebie Sewia no go to Sewia because ye commission bibia ye wie eti hospital na do commission no light wom bed wom bibia wom kama ya ye ceiling munko doctors na munko ye adwuma no ye nto so na afa ye hwe the other hospitals are under a year President John Dramani Mahama 2016 and so basic form no oye ewo Asante Manchemu Formina District Hospital a 120 bed capacity District Hospital Formina His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama Eshasie ewo Asante region yenhwe the next hospital Kumau District Hospital a 120 bed capacity Kumau Omampeni John Dramani Mahama isi District Hospital Yen to ase ne Bekwai District Hospital Wasante region. And also was Shasia ni do baby. And also 120 bed capacity. Or the Dumasante region. Say be no mapom di be gina brane. And I go for the betra so mfie nwotwe. Sa hospital sin na wantimi anko ho. Yanko Konongo District Hospital. A 60 bed district hospital where facility. His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama aye wo Konongo. Answer no si from. Yanga Tepa District Hospital. A 60 bed district hospital facility. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama aye ye betimi abobo. Sa hospital sin na another go for the just nwuram. Awa santememu. No one agenda 111 de baye. That the esi banta makohwe. Agenda 111. Be kohwe. Eko tu nkrofo ye agenda 111. Kwana kohwe the state of it. And nay mu gusudi bibia ya politics ko Ashanti region. Na President John Dramani Mahama ba ya pe na traders akwa paper no much rego. So we are giving the government 1 month to come and do the KJTR phase 2. Money wadiemo. Asante mem ebi ho money wadie. Munsuro nyame. Asante fo ni bi nsuro nyame. No mo nim no kraka. 8 years. Mo adetonfo ya. Mo ntimi amana na da kokufado. Ntimi awie KJTR phase 2. Adia na President John Dramani Mahama added 3 years. SC phase 1. Ewo KJTR. Na now the 8 years when timi awie phase 2. Money wade. Na President Mahama baya bibia ni na wono na mu piano munkoye demonstration munko kasa munye dede mosi o man mba ye nyina yetim ye hwemo enti doctor say wo konfa no che se mosi munko na nkrofo nwu okumase a ye nyina ye wa ha because you are suspending mo pani akrokro no doso mutiri mu ya mo dadodo onwiri nipa ho keto akra kakra hwempanifo enya mo papa no mseso nya mo ofa mo abushami ento adwumade no so mfa mo wa ha yakopon katamanso government school or ayekpon community preparatory school ewo ho no wo bi agya ni nantwie ana nantwie no wo bra a teacherfo ene mofra esua de no na nantwie wei akwakokogugo saade wei enya nra chi akoso wo ma according to report no wo mo bo MP kura wo wa mane Honorable Joseph Akwotetete member of parliament Edema Kpon Katamanso etikpon community preparatory school na wo ho no wo wunu ye se nantwie agiafa ani MC wono so ewo eye Kpon Katamanso Honorable Samuel Tetekwashi mo wunu ye abusia yankon community preparatory school ho yankon hwe said the situation it here school and college here the woman teacher for wom any said the nantwie so any omudi yankom na bebe to admedi so
won pa fa yo do anya me won anya fin ngamle ta ne ke over school ne na afie bi na afbe school na ne echeko ni efe ne ko fo wa kan hapo man fin ne ngamle ta ne ko kwa bi ne ko kwa me poche no fin beni chinaye ba wo bi e ka ko lu ba wo bi ne e be fan won pa fa yo do ba ni me ni ameno ni wole me ni anoni ona wole meni anoni kula ni da lady for more than 1 month kese ne bia no kula je ni amba wo bia no kula je na me yo won papa yi ada meni anoni won papa yi meni anoni amekwa ni amewu ametu ona ko ba veterinary ba vet family ko lo ne am wa mo ke ni bi ne fe ji hela ke awo beke bi ni ko beke bi ni yo bi ne amedala ko won expose ameke heneme bita ko mo school campus en corridor na lady because of school lady no big ba school lady na ba school ni china school e won pa fa yo jogba ni me ni ameno ni amewu amechu keje na kale nwe mo nu pe ikemla ko lo ne fa ba lo ame ko ne cho ma no mo because kam mo ni no ni no che be here ni abene beke bi yes na me expose beke bi won pa fa yo jogba mo nu pe school administration agbene man fe le nwe san what shin washi eneje no ko fine e be fine kula won
eti bon aye community preparatory school ana wuhu no ewo Kpon Katamanso ahwanom na sa nantwie wo mabomodin na wo makwakogu sa wohwe school no veranda no so ba bia nkwara no wo mo befa kura no a je nantwie ni toilet agi wo nyina de afa and very dangerous because nantwie betimi aku abofra no bi wo mabeben ye wo mu hoi atoda bi a ye chi wo mkura hwe se de sifate eti ye hwe se the next time I be hunu no na Kpon community preparatory school yi na nantwie hwe de oya beben yi hwe se papa yi dwane na ode awokwara bi yam no wawu ansa na Honorable Joseph Akwete Tete member of parliament Edema Kpon Katamanso ansa na wahunu se dabi de akoso ewo Kpon community preparatory school no anya na woye danger Edema mo frɛ ho hwe veranda no so nantwie na akɔ toilet agu wo nyina no eti wei amofra be de sia de hwe nkolai wo school mu e kwan be ne so na nkola no be den na o matena se so mo sua de na o mo atɔ compound amofra no be di agro wo so no eno ana nantwe we abegye di afa enti nkola no betimi di nantwe na di agro na abiri bia minim de enti a o man we e wo se ye twen na disaster ne ye kase e wo se ye twen na niema gye ye nsem e wo se ye twen na ye hunu de e be ye ho ansana ye take decision empanifo woma bomamane woma twade we to social media the report abamu Honorable Joseph Akwete member of parliament Adema Kponkatama so MCO Honorable Samuel Tetekwashi adia na ekoso ewo Kponkatama so Kpon Community Preparatory School na ntwe no modia na ntwe akogu Kpon Community Preparatory School no ampini MC ya mo Kponkatama so na ntwe no ayamodia na ana muntimi hwe amasa na ntwe wei wo muntimi free school mo na nkolai antimi enya nigye fansua de eni o magro ba bia na ntwe igui ankola no be di agro wa himi bi sabi o e takola no te class kura no yam sese no because na ntwe betimi abawura class akopra obi ba adi na be ba won yam and wonu nyina go so koso chese nantwie su a eki nantwie su yese de nantwie su tie na abofra asia mass ebeda akọ enti honorable aye Samuel Tetekwasi MC Adema Kponkatama so MPO honorable Joseph Akwete Tete nyame ya adomo a ene ye Tuesday wachira ye beba wura Kponkatama so wachina ye de cameras ababa wuram ye beba Kpon Katama so Kpon Community Preparatory School ye ba honom na fe ye ba behwe se na ntwe gusu gu ana efri enepa ho wachina se ye ba na etisade a Honorable Joseph aye Akwete Tete and Honorable Samuel Kwasi ye ne mu benya bi akan wo officer you are there to serve your people. So ya bofra se wo ye sabi kraman po enua e wo Kponkatama so nyina MP ni MC ehyemonsa etia den na Kpon Community Preparatory School wo mo ko ohaw sei mu na nantwie agiom school afa ekokọ toilet eye de disturb mo fra wo bro mo sua de no mo be ka kire mo se wo mo haw nie ana mo ntiye Honorable Joseph Monte yana muhunu ye se Kpon Community Preparatory School no nantwie adiafa mo say school no muhunu ye nyame ya de bo kire ye ba Kpon Community Preparatory School ho etisi ye bedu na nantwie no ho a ye de report betwa o mampani John Dramani mama wono especially the MC wono no de tumi ama se gina na nam etisi o mampani John Dramani mama ana wo Kpon Katama so wo behwe se nantwie anje Kpon Community Preparatory School mo so ana ye de betwa mampani de ba ye de videos no ye de petition ba ko mampani ye neda yo ba you must set up ni padodo adwuma na ye de ama wo no obia how ye wo how the moment you agree to serve the people as municipal chief executive dia obaya ne se abribia obaya hye bebo ankrofo no sa anya sade a yeso ye de ni kasa e ba bon dawru ye be ba beka na obia hu se adwuma ne ye de ama no Honorable Samuel Kwasi MC Kponkatama so eso se hu na wotimi ye etia be ya o mampani onye mfiri husam na ofama obia sa nantwie na guwo no wo betimi apam no na Honorable Joseph nso nyame ya adoma 2012 no 2028 no wo ma hwe because if you can't fend for me, if you can't protect me, wo bra me de mitumi ama wa, why should I continue giving you power? Adetia ajuma no mo be abusha to ajuma de no so wa hanom na fe yen hwe anade am na wo de ka sei the former chief executive officer Adema Microfinance and Small Loan Center, Maslok. maame a ne din de Sadinam Tamaklo Ationu another yade na free America memu aba be pie e Ghana memu maame wono no ye opania na oda Maslock no microfinance and small loan center sa biai no biai a aban ete ye se be ye no de be support small businesses one more musika de asese omunyumam na timi aboawom na mami wobra 2017 aban enya asesa ya pe a MPP ebetra so under Nana Dankwa Kufuado ene Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia memuo ana wo mcha ase ka se dabi mami afa kwan bone so ama sika hoduo bi a na Maslock dia no akwakodu ni ho to a tune of about $6 million dollars ama me na wo de ka say de ye ba behwe kwan a wo mo ade fa so na afei mami efri wo man Ghana mu na wo mo etimi ebua no atanchia ma me na wo de ka say de the US United States of America wo mo de mami we aba yenkwo hwe statement a US Embassy Ghana ede aba betu dwa wo bra na mo de Sadinam Tamaklo eba the US government statement wo mo de aba no ye no answer Mr. Sante ye no US Embassy Ghana wo mo statement no mo tro en we na fe yenkan wo mo nsem a ewom sabre wo matimi ya confirm say no kre wo mo abomodin a wo mo de Sadinam Tamaklo Ationu former CEO Edema Maslock wo mo de na ba bedu o man Ghana mu a eti yenkan the US Embassy Ghana wo mo statement wo mo de about you say justice has no borders. The United States has extradited Sadinam Tamaklo Ationu to Ghana following her conviction on 70 plus corruption related charges including embezzlement more than $6 million equivalent in Ghanaian taxpayer funds. This is our strong US-Ghana law enforcement partnership in action, demonstrating a shared commitment to accountability and the first extradition from the United States to Ghana since 2009. US Embassy in the Diatu say, so I confirm it. Me know they can say, and not been a year on the 9th of a year. On the 9th of June, Anna Sadinam Ationu Tamaklo. Yadina Babedu or my Ghana Hanumwa. So what shot MPP Breso, Kwaya Wamofaso, na Wamubu na Tanya, and also Yababe BBM, na fe Yahunu, Kwaya Wamofaso Buna Tanya. Now before that, no, Yan shot counter Wamudi Tuni Triso. Amen, nay. Sadinam Ationu Tamaklo Waba. Eti Yasha count 7. Count 7. The count ni be a 70 plat count, but count 7 statement of offense. I say conspiracy to commit crime, namely stealing, contrary to section 23 clause 1 and 124 clause 1 of the Criminal Offence Act 1960 Act 29. Yanke particulars of offense. Sadinam Christine Tamaklo Ationu, Daniel Axim, between 14th and 15th of July 2016 in Accra, in the Greater Accra region, agreed to act together with a common purpose to steal the sum of 228,000 Ghana cedis, the property of microfinance and small loan center, Maslock. Not just on the 14th and 15th, no, Sadinam Tamaklo, one Daniel Axim, wapenia no ne ye juma, eka omutibom, efa Maslock sika 228,000 Ghana cedis. Ano count 7. Na yen twas yen hwe other count so sabre ama yede Sadinam Tamaklo efi America na yede na ba Ghana se wamra yen hwe count 15 statement of offense stealing contrary to section 124 clause 1 of the Criminal Offence Act 1960 Act 29. Particulars of offense. Sadinam Tamaklo Ationu on or about 31st of August 2016 in Accra, in the Greater Accra region, dishonestly appropriated the sum of 50,000 Ghana cedis, the property of microfinance and small loans center Maslow. Now just on the 31st of August and so one must setting up Tamaklo at Yonu, Wabomoding, Efa Maslow Fosika 50,000 Ghana cedis. Count Nibino. Yan trust enough, yan share other counts in Tia. Ama setting up Tamaklo. Sabre, Wabe do my Ghana Hanumwa. One more shall say, Wabe 7 sentence or Modiamanum. Count 24, statement of offense. Or say, particulars of offense. Or say, setting up Christine Tamaklo at Yonu. On or about 31st of March 2015 in Accra, the Greater Accra region dishonestly appropriated the sum of 20,000 Ghana cedis, the property of microfinance and small loan center, Maslow, and also 31st of March, for a year 20,000 Ghana cedis. Younger count 36 was a particulars of offense. Setting up Christine Tamaklo at Yunu. On about 1st April 2015 in Accra, in the Greater Accra region, willfully caused financial loss of 2,730. I say on the 1st of April 2015, Sedinam Tamaklu, Efa, Aye, Maslok Sika, 2,730, Titiscano, 27 million. And no A account 37. Amen. Nay, Aye, Sedinam, Ationu, Aye, Tamaklu, Wababe PM, Ewa, my Ghana, Hanumwa, Sabre, one more share him say, Aye, trial in absentia, MPP for Ebo Modern Emano, 10 years jail sentence, no, Wabeko no aqua them, and no obey appeal, the Bessibiano, ye share him. Never yen share a quanya, said in them Tamaklu, Faso, na Ofi Kromha, na Okotina America, Brochimemu, na and some who do a qua seeing Nano, and Wahanum na yen share, na for yen 12 million so. I say, major timelines and case updates. On the 16th of April 2019, Sedinam Tamaklo Atinu and former Chief Operating Officer of Maslok, Daniel Azim, were charged by the Attorney General. 2019, Tamwa, Wamampeni, Nananda Kwakufado, Wane Baumia, and the Attorney General, a year Ura Godfrey Dami. Ebebe Tinemuno. Na womu esase charge Sedinam Tamaklo and the former Chief Operating Officer Edema Maslo Daniel Azim was sa a year near my babubosi date to say one for 20,000, date to say one for 28,000, date to say one for 2,730. Sa charges no and one shas here. Eti ebenimua February 2021 Sedinam Tamaklo ekobisa permission say Okwa manone efisa ne hododo no oyare wo pese okosa ne ho yare ewa manone February 2021 and wo grant sa permission de man say wonko na afei wonko sa ne ho yare no womra yebedu April 16 2024 because no ma hwa anim from February 2021 ebedu 2024 April no na nya de Sedinam Tamaklo Free America aba na charges are yede born on the 16th of April 2029 yetimi akoso ne yedi asem no eti omo ye said ye sadia a wo mo bedi na asem wo breko a woni krom ha eti on the 16th of April 2024 an Accra High Court convicted Sedinam Tamaklo on 78 counts including causing financial loss to the state, theft, conspiracy to steal, money laundering, and breaches of public procurement law. She was sentenced to 10 years imprisonment with her labor. Her co-accused, Axim, received 5 years sentence with her labor. 16th April 2024, Anna Accra High Court, said Sedinam Tamaklo, wakase wakosane ho yare aba, no matter an assembly in America, no maybe only there. And now one would dinner asem na one would dinner asem no munu say money laundering, one would dia bono, conspiracy to steal, one would dia bono, were breaching public procurement law no causing financial loss to the state. Eti when you can win a cry court share say, and yeah, woman jailing to 10 years. Say one nephew as an offender Jumadin. On any chief operating officer, Daniel Azim no so 1 man of 5 years. So fan cook them na fe one fanya Jumadin. Eti July, Nina no said in time Maklomai, no America. July 2024, Ghana's Attorney General submitted a formal extradition request to the United States to bring Sedinam back to Ghana to serve a sentence. Eti Ghana Attorney General, Ayo Godfrey Dami, and was submitted here at the US and before said Debbie, Mami be a survey under NDC amemwono ama maslok sika hudo be bra kodi ni ho me ne wode ka say ya trying in absentia because oje permission say wo tukwa ya kosa ne ho yare wa America ne waba but wakoshe mkrom wo ma na document ni nyina ni munyina so na mo fa sedi nam tamakro emra Ghana say de be ye na asoche ye de ama no say sika we nyina wadidi no sa asoche no o me serve eti America for shase eye sa hwehwemu num January 19th 2026 afia ye womu ya no following an appeal the Supreme Court granted bail of 500,000 Ghana cedis to Daniel Azim with 2 sureties. 2026 ya ana Daniel appeal e won nemu akwakodem no ama the Supreme Court ebo modern granted no 500,000 Ghana cedis with 2 sureties to be justified. Ana Daniel emitina wono ebefie. January 6, 2026, U.S. Marshals arrested a year Sadinam Tamagro, our America abrochimemu, because woman no my yomujuman who sampa. Woman yan or Ghana, woman did not some our sentence no. It was said woman in the befie. No Timmy ba, none a sentence quiet diamano, wo Timmy Adeba Ewa Nevada. Wabrequan no more transformed in the befie. On April 12, 2026, a United States District Court in Nevada approved the extradition of Sedinam Christine Tamakro to Ghana to serve her 10-year prison sentence. Eti wa Nevada District Court was share near man the former Attorney General Godfrey Dame epia edekoma America for say na asi encha yehwehwe eye ewura anamame e friend Sedinam Ationu Tamakro no momfa ne mayen no Court wa Nevada District Court wa Nevada eji tum sampa per document ekuta ne de e was Sedinam etimbe fie na ne 10-year sentence no oba no bebetwa itiabusia me ne wode ka say ene de ya wo hwemi the former Maslock CEO Sedinam Tamaklo Ationu Christine waba bedu o man Ghana hanomo a wo police for akache na fe wo mo hwe se ne 10-year prison sentence a wo de man no under the MPP no wo be kwa survey. Of course he has a right to appeal na fe wa hwe nsem no mu ye ebi kura na oni ho no wo mo kan nsem bi gu no so ebugu mu na ma sa sentence ni ko du sa eti wono so ne lawyers kwa be no mbefa so na sa asem wo ma sa hwe mu bi o sensem yi de ebesi bia ye baba modern na emu nkyiremu ese na fata no ye timi aba na ye de aba bebe somo abusa yenko na fe yenko hwe we mira na yento adwumadie no so cocoa crisis so ba hwe fi last year ko cocoa fo bi su na adan anaban ati yen cocoa sika so yen cocoa sika no na over 3,000 adan na bedu 2,500 na ehun nsem bebre ma aban yi ade nkyiremu ba say world market no a ton of cocoa is 16 bars no a reduce 20 to early 2025 na cocoa bag in early 2025 no na cocoa bag per ton no a range from $3,000 a year $300 to $4,200 per ton. That's 16 bags. Ewo your friend is saying abrochimemu eso tiya ma ebafom excano egusu ebafom eno na ban hwedi no se dabi se wo hwe babia na cocoa per ton enam 7,100 na enu to sa time no aban yi ba ye no hwe in 2025 fra wo mu to cocoa for ebuom per bag no ekodu 3,600 na even se dollar kura no e man musu a dollar man musu a omo calculate percentage na dollar de ama ne mu so no no ma calculate ade ato akuafo no sika so because so omoto cocoa no no mkoton abrochi a wo moton in dollars eto mampani John Dramani mama hwe se dollar no ahoɔden kɔ soro again the city a wɔn de san fasodie no ɛbɛka ho ɛde ama akuafoɔ no ana mampani time ɔba bɛdi akonnwa no na wɔn ka ana wɔn ba ɛwɔ sɛ koko kuani na wɔdua ne koko na wɔte ne koko ɔbua ne koko ɛhata ne koko ma no wɔ no ɛwɔ sɛ onya mfasoɔ se yaban no eti wɔn ba between 60 to 70% of the koko your friends say bag back a gaman so no one de say sika no ebe me koko kuani no se beye na ebe se ne nkran na wayire ne ho na waye adwuma no omampani ye sa pepepe until time a cocoa price world market etiti ba from a the whole Africa the whole world na cocoa price aba from baby a bedu ye no na chese se wohwe sika na mampani John Dramani Mahama Edima Coco Ekriafua that 2,587 no that it was almost 90% of a bag of cocoa ever a world market because ne hano waye ja aden ana cocoa a was senka etimi ekosoro na Ekriafo nya sika ba mo bra no aden na world market a ye kokoton cocoa no no eso aba from enti aban fa so obenya nyina akra no no de ma cocoa for ama sabre sasemi nkati akwakoda now yenkohwe Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia wono anoye frankatufo edema MPP amanyokuo no sabre amene wode kasai wose wono wohwe de atokokofo a wono ehano na one more time 2017 2018 world market cocoa no kura ba form no wo bo modern engineer so adi sika no ema akuafo no se de beye na ha akuafo no eti sabre ya world market nka ba form no anka ndi si aban so nkwaji loan anka onko pesika nanka wo metua cocoa akuafo ka sika pidim nanka saaka no na aban no so enti ono no wono Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia wono wasuma another Obrempong ama woma kokoko ase akoko bi so omo hawo ama sesei womanya committee a womo ye koko committee a womo war policy a womo betimi dia bo akoko for but before ye bebo this new video wabreko another Obrempong any the minority a womo kone nam koko ase ekosi jama no before ye bebo womo findings a womo so mu hunu ye our president Diama Alhaji Baumia I was say one when your alternative policy what the betimi dia koko for yanko 2024 wabrana Baumia flag bearer na ope mampani adi na oni central fo hia na central fo bisa ne say Alhaji na what is say cocoa board egu ana what is say issues ahodo bebre cocoa board time na Baumia power yenti asem kan ye be beto media so.
Do you believe Cocoa Board has collapsed? And what is your plans for Cocoa Board? I don't want to go deep. Thank you.
Cocoa Board is on the verge of collapse. I'm not aware of that, but we'll look at that. I cannot comment on that. It's not. I don't know where the data is coming from.
Do you believe Cocoa Board has collapsed? And what is your plans for Cocoa Board? I don't want to go deep. Thank you.
Cocoa Board is on the verge of collapse. I'm not aware of that, but we'll look at that. I cannot comment on that. It's not. I don't know where the data is coming from.
Alhaj Mahamadou Baumia flyby adema bibi amanyoko no 2024 na ope to me no ana so obehia nsentrefo na wo matimi abisa ne nsem ana wo bibisa ne say Alhaji Baumia wonim se Cocoa Board egu sikasem ane kwanya wo mafo adi sika basa wo Cocoa Board no egu ana na ne seria no kra na ye ekumi no such a sensitive matter, such a very sensitive issue. Cocoa, ayade bakwa, ebo wo man Ghana sika semi ye pa, and as vice president, flag bearer, head of the economic management team, Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia ka kire yen say, onim onti in power 2024. One tea ye Cocoa body gu. Sa semini de one tea will be a winchino. On Kasaho crass, I'll seven on best obedi won't come up. Woman ya cry. And nay, 2026, Bawumia opposition. Cocoa and Samuaba. Yanko, Nianko Tien Samua, Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia, Flybearer, Adam MPP. Walk on the Afa Cocoa in Semion.
See, following the worry report you received on the massive reduction or historic reduction of cocoa price, you had commissioned this team to go on the field and see what we can find. So some weeks now we set out to visit various districts across the length of our country, and we were shocked at what we found. We were struck by the extent of the problem, where even cashew nut has also become a problem, because the producer price offered by the government is so low, and besides that, there are also no buyers to buy. Agriculture productivity is under attack under this government. We have a lot of confidence in you, not just because you were once a very efficient vice president, but we know you have always been innovative when it comes to issues confronting our country. We are here to present our report to you, and also to answer any questions or any observations that, and we have confidence that we'll get to the bottom of it. The MPP always have proven to respond to challenges of our country, and the Ghanaian people are waiting to hear from their savior. They know you'll be able to say something that will be assuring, and not just assuring, also an honest statement for them to know that you will not just come and make promises that cannot be fulfilled. We are here to present our report to you. Interestingly, while we were on our tour, we told our opponents or the government would give us some good response. On the contrary, what they said was that the price at which we left cocoa, a bag of cocoa, 3,500. Their price now, which is 2,500, is better than the 3,500. And that was, apart from the insults they rain on us, that was their response. Right. And the farmers also expressed a lot of confidence that we should let you be aware of our findings. Yes. Saying that with a lot of expectation. That's something that you may respond to that. Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, so much. We will take this and we will present it to the policy committee, on agriculture, food security, and agribusiness, and they will work through the findings and come back with policy alternatives that we will announce and let the farmers know, by the grace of God, what we are going to do by the grace of God if we get the opportunity to help them. Thank you very much. Yeah. First of all, welcome you and to thank you. This is the Minority Caucus Select Committee, which was put together to tour the cocoa areas at my instance when this issue came up. As you have rightly said, we had a shock, not only the cocoa farmers, but the country as a whole, when contrary to the expectation of our cocoa farmers, rather than getting an increase in the price of cocoa to 6,500 per bag, as they had been promised, the price was rather reduced to about 2,500, below the 3,000
100 or 200 that they had been, promised. And so this resulted in a real major shock for the farmers. And this is what resulted in the demonstrations that we saw that were happening in many cocoa communities, because clearly this was a price shock, but it was also a livelihood shock, an income shock for the farmers, because all their plans and so on had come crashing down. Their expectations had come crashing down. And in the midst of all of what was happening, we thought it was important for our MPs to put together themselves and leave the chamber and go to the ground and interact with the farmers and, get what they are really experiencing right from themselves, not to just sit down and speculate about what was happening, but to speak to the farmers directly. I am very confident that our party, the MPP, which has been a friend to the cocoa farmer for years, and for farmers in general, we have always shown a very caring attitude. What has happened in this context is not new. In 2017, when we came to office, you will recall that cocoa prices globally came down, and we faced the challenge whether we should reduce the prices we pay cocoa farmers or not. It was a major discussion for us at Cabinet, because the global prices had declined. But we said that it was not going to be under our watch that for the first time in history we will reduce the prices that we're paying them. So we took a policy decision, notwithstanding the decline in the cocoa price globally, to protect the cocoa farmers. That is what we did in 2017. So it was a deliberate decision that we took to protect the cocoa farmers. And we did exactly that. And for the 8 years we were in office, we did not have any circumstances to occasion to reduce the cocoa price. We protected the farmers as we didn't want them to suffer from what had happened globally. So I am very, very, if you look at it, and not only did we protect them from the price shock globally, we introduced the mass spray to protect the crop. We introduced the high-tech, the fertilizer applications. We introduced that as well. And you see the hand pollination that we also introduced for the cocoa farmers. And all of this increased cocoa output. What I'm looking at with the presentation of this report.
Alhaji Mahamadou Bawumia, the flybearer Frankatufo Lema MPP Amanyo Kono. Our power 2024. Yebisa no cocoa wasem also onimoshe as flybearer, as vice president, as head of the economic management team. In 2024, was it cocoa wasem there? One take cross a bibi boni BSC. And then in opposition, Bawumia se wasuma no dompre. Wama cocoa kwase. Wama timia ko. Any cocoa for aqua din como etino the SC no de one mo de abreno one no eti committee na one ma hwekwan ya mo de cocoa nsem be so na multi committee nya solution na mo de tino opposition na mo de kwan ba me ka fertilizer asem wo ha me bi sa apart from the MPP community so mo ye cocoa me Obrempong me cocoa almost 13 acres and who drew baby am cocoa no one wa Woman sister MPP for banners or more better fertilizer. I know you're the only show because they were selling them 2025. Yeah, 2 about year 2025. Yes, yeah. Who fertilizers are who do MCEs and the MPP. Next show mufie. Next show shops more motor. Who under the MPP they were selling fertilizers. and about me Cassade. Mumma for fertilizers. Ewo Kroma. Why no more mano? Now 2017, cocoa price in the form. Ana muso steady price no. Etisikanoa. Mose, Mona Mosie, some of the car who make your phone, Sabena Munchio Mobonso, Alaji Baumia, says he can munya away. And into my gun is Guy Basanana. A Casikana, more fun will continue Sinibiana, because of course, at your way, Yatono 10 city. Some banner me mount 20 cities here. I hear from a make over 10 city in the account because you're in Babia 10 city. It is some. Me say price no I 10 cedi na emom no say me turn 10 cedi e be how etimema 20 cedi a the other 10 cedi no minya no wai mo akua for fertilizers wo krom ha mo ton ma wom kokko akua for wo krom ha they can attest to that fact. Ana sense kana mode to so 2017 a work no say globally price ne falling alaji mi bisa say eya hin na modika cocoa price no de eye me nwanwa twa me nsuru mu ne say Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia with all his PhD with no respect with no disrespect with all due respect with Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia's PhD wo ka say NDC focus on mema cocoa akua 6,500 Ana sabre abenu 2,500 etioma ntimi ani omobosho so mi bi say Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia say world market cocoa price per ton eyahe compared to 2024 under another cocoa for any onwa Bawumia in 2024 na a bag of cocoa price one bag world market so na MPP for enya almost 9,600. Normal bread Ghana need 3,100. Yes. And every bag of cocoa MPP 4 ton in 2024. No omo abani nya for so and MPP enya for so 6,500. Normal makianino 3,100. That is a fact. Obia made dispute from the MPP. Eti cocoa bag no na MPP for nya ho 6,500. Let's set the record straight. Now yeah, 2025 up to 2026 a bag of cocoa, one bag of cocoa at world market no aye 2,850. Tell me. One bag in eswati from MPP for 9,000 no eswati bag from what to say I bet around 2,850. Per one bag compared to MPP 4 na amutono eye 9,600 and Gina Suma NDC forecast say samu to cocoa bag bako e dama so 9,600 dia and you know it was a no at least mutimi man be 6,000 per bag e wo Ghana ha etiye NDC 4 say yeba na say price a mwanya no amutono world market no say etisadia and yabema cocoa piafon between 60 to 70% of the world market price. I ton wa. I don't know about me at work. It may be said about me say, what is the price of bag of cocoa? World market says here 2,850. His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mama. Wa badaye. Wasi wa ma cocoa kuyani biya bag bako 2,580. 2,580. Eti enaya me no de ka say wo kokoko krani a wo hwe me ana wo tie me say aban wo ma fertilizer wo ma bibia na wo de gu ufio no so wie na obeto kokoko ni free wo ho a enfaso aban nya 300 Ghana cedis enfaso abanya and one of side credit fertilizer what they turn Roma wa wudi gu koko no so no eti between MPP sika omunya any NDC for sika omunya any the obiade ma no why anodo wo pese wadwuma nkoso na ye na say ya wo moka an yati koko so Ivory Coast say Ghana one bag sika 8 meter 2 bags for Ivory Coast Cote d'Ivoire ya mo amuto koko ni na munim aban releases sikarima cocoa crache for say cocoa crache for enter Ghana for cocoa no cocoa crache for ni bi ni MPP for year 1 and one Cote d'Ivoire. Na one de 1 bag Ghana sika akoto 2 bags so Cote d'Ivoire no mo de aba abeje hu fa so de ahye omubotom ya che wom ya yi sade e wo TV so wa hu bi e wo bono MPP for no one say price no so at no ya che MPP executives card bearing members I one ko Cote d'Ivoire sika wo so mo de to Ghana fo koko no wo mo Cote d'Ivoire no mo de akoto ho se de beye Ghana ha oto benya 500 bags a wo de koto Cote d'Ivoire benya 1 million bags 50% na wa fakodi ene Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia in power when timi anka koko ho asem ba okoti na chire Bawumia is good at opposition. Let's keep him there in the same opposition. Bawumia beka chire say when the fundamentals are weak the exchange rate will expose you. Now the economy baby President John Dramani Mahama any NDC abai ebe for the dollar to the cedi exchange rate baby another fuel enenam baby a wo mo be fire any free MPP for any baby a fuel enenam no me pacho can Bawumia ever compare the fundamentals? Can he ever compare the exchange rate? He said it himself. When the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Can Bawumia ever compare the exchange rate? That is a question. That is a huge question. We are waiting for Bawumia to come and answer. So say, on economy, we're stating the fact, stating figures, spreading them. Bawumia opposition, we will keep you there. I was here. You told me you some famous. Na yembo wuram na fe yenko Victory Galaxy Mr. for one ma so ye wo mu nro mo wo ya na wa hodo etimi sa bo modern na tie bi se wodi e uma tumi kana onsanka bi na bebo awo
enua Victory Galaxy Mr. na wati ni bi na tia ni se na edro ni tie na no pasem ne se edro wi adwuma ye titru pa ne se ebeboa anana ne srade e wo ni padua ni muntin mu ama ohu atɔ kura the Dika Obedu or Confichira and Ma, a drew Wunya Victory Garlic Mixture. If you cry over qua, and we want Sana, but a victory and the Wunya victory, no man, Usui Biara, Ubena Ufichira qua, Empire Bra, and no dear chia will be a one tea, net Jano, Ubu or Maka Crebia, no bread, Nana Kuma Bonne Peri, Nina, a Muja, Entin Fa, Akuman, Quadrin, and non a Cofasa, the never, or for Miss Slow, so one up. On several cardio, Ebia will sound say, and I will number of money see from the prayer ebio, and now I had to foresee the form at home Pagwema, a victory and American farm. Unum victory as I know my ever boss rate nano, a guy, the Ottowana draw went in the Winya victory, and from my uncle upon their my and say, me with their own homia, now what tears so oh bra, a victory and a betting about. You will do also, or one and your machine, I will be a nan, a cobia and she. Ubu also na kuma bone peri ni nyina moja ni ntimi ni afusani ye wuri pedua no edura wunya ye Victory Garlic Mixture de watwabra ya bia ya na se kokodue ne nam no no ye ne basa e ye Victory e na meka fo wunya Victory bi no a e beboa wo se doctor de watu aduro so sani a ubetimi anom Victory na ka waduro wonna ne se waduro no na abenu ma meat e biasa no anom we so na abenu ma no anom Victory no so achi media biasa we ne sa bibia ba de kama ma so we na sit tata we agya ho adwuma mesraw edura me kan fo ma wa ye Victory Garlic Mixture mesraw ni kan bia danse a ye pese ye fa o ma danse na tie na so so koto a benya sa danse kro no a
ntwe mi pedra mi ntumi ni di mi yare so me na ko be 12 years di man no ndo kan mojedru 5 minutes de timatutu and I say na me TV won to me na me hwe ne mu say moton drobi as Victory Herba Victory Garlic Mixture ne mi todru sa wa modru no asa modru no eye papa ntumi ni di o me din sam no me didi afi bi no me se didi ya na afi insan afi no ntumi ni di bi afi mi di ma edubone sa bi semi and so no ntumi di and so be mu sa afi de and so be do no ntumi ni di bi afi mi hu de me nya no and ti edo no kan o TV so a na me kutu bu ni me no edo no anopa eni ewiani anwure no ande no si afi Nyampara me no ad bibia ntumi didi me afi na toilet am ko ye black masa modro no die edoni na nyame nhira mo
aje me pa me problem ye menstrual pains nda ne kakra me so me nya me menses no bosum ni ma me bre pa me brankasa me tim to tondro no na ne se man ti se yesi ye bidro ha na makoto ba bia me we ntimi fa ka ekọ obi kru so ekoto bidro me timi no bi tese na victory ni in fact I don't know me die wo mu die me ko tobi me ti advert no TV so sada na me sorry anwunwe na me ko toye na dana me say ade yi to me padi mu no mo ja tropa yi to me padi mu ti me twa to me phone so kura say ha adwene a anka me de betum aka ho na mo hye te say so wa hwe ye ko ka se me bia me ya bo hye na me no maduro bi te say efi sada na yi sa mo ja troa no to me padi mu no me nya mezi se no maduro e ma me hu sa emoja se bi like say kwoti te say ni na flow kama ti victory tie mintimi enja nto ho te to de bia na mo ba abasha mo mo sma abasha na edon na me di hu adanse
obi si me de cholesterol sa de body e na aba mi nipadua ma be di atenase wadro ye victory garlic mixture se wunya victory no ma cholesterol no se na ni density bia no victory be yi ni nyina afi nipadua no odofo wo pedia to anama ne 024 2545 633 024 2545 633 and 020 129 3280 020 129 3280 a victory mkunimdie ne de bremu.
Water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596-273-546 or 0596-273-547. This advert is FDA approved.
Hi. Now let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Resort, the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon your arrival, you are introduced to your butler, who plans your itinerary.
We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park.
So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife and how to interact with them.
They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. It's a beautiful place you have visited.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Na ebe na ya obeyi a oda former son ye funu emunumunim.
Oh
Mr. Entry, also Yaria Titi be Benfipi, now so Niamu Yonoda, Semicho, no Hudra Mata Munoshia, Ebe Mama.
Nini say, what also time for Haxa capsules, any Haxa mixture, Yanum Kutia or Sanubia Mano Anum, and can what on Dada, also Drodi, and one Haxa capsules, any Haxa mixture, and Quamlin, also Yakura, a toy funo, any and Sunumu, Etuna Wayafuno Ekikawa, what you want any, was to me, Emma Wayachako, a bear ready every. Somehow I also there, compare Haxa capsules, any Haxa mixture, Nanum Bum, now who abato.
Predidua, for Okanshi Drug Lane, Kumasi Dani Hebal, Takradi AA Mensa, Anafre 020-3822-855. Appeal for about Tanya Wama on more from the four, and then the flower winning Fedum Yellow and Kahun. Haxa capsules and in a mixture.
Also time for Adi Adredi Kratui Atom.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off Densawan Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 Ga West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
Simon Wakwaba build about TVSYZ and a power 97.9 FM. Inside politics, Jumedi Senior or my moon some Ahodwa a Tregu and the Abomodin di Munchim West Fata Ediba or Fiediba or Kem where Jumem Baby Biara Sabi wetting Ajebrena or She Jumedi and I say we see live on TVSYZ and a power 97.9 FM. Uko Facebook I am platforms no at Power 979 FM TV XYZ Ghana. Nemo bomodi kopie mo YouTube XYZ broadcaster na wabomodi ajebre na inside politics jumedia nsema hodo etwego o man Ghana mu ha no ya de somo na afa ya pempene fo a wo mote sansem ya se no mo de mu nkyire mu abre no watimi de ho aka jumedia ho midin di enka Obrempong midi jumedia ho chame e de amawo na matena konya kese mu de ama Mugabe Master, the capacity man, commander of the 9 million angels. Nyame Adma Ochina on the 10th of June. I am Mugabe birthday. Commander. Ochina the birthday ni yebedi ni kama. Say the washas here. Sheshe ni yema band. Yemo akwaba so. Nyankopon sha no kan. But Ochina ani yebebo mo de ahyeda. Ni yedi u birthday ni ye ede ama pa. Nyankopon sha no kan ho. Ba bibia wo ene enwumre we. I was to adwumadi no so de ama wo ha. Now make out say the National Petroleum Authority for Gusu Bon Kaya say Okoto say tanker bi adane ato kwan so adane ato fie ni adane ato mpatemu a mepacho mem fa gallon en fa bu en fa saucepan en fa bibia o sabe so mi say wo de kwako so ye petrol na diesel na bibiara e wo tanker no ato from no if we say e highly inflammable na wan hwe ni ya ejabetimi atomuma obi biara wo ben san tanker no ebewu ano obehye moye ne ato man Ghana enti menko se kwakosofo wo bra tanka adane atofo na emum obefa number me de ba beto dwai na wafrɛ abere ne don bi a obehunu se tanka bi adane ato ekwan mu ofie anim ana ompatem se be na mpanifo a wo mo agentity epa eri afa saa nsemi ho meba be nsiesie na mfa oye ne bia emba ompatem ho number obetimi afrɛ wo bra obehunu se tanka bi adane ato ompatem ana me de ba beto je bo modern afa na abere bia bibi service no watimi afrɛ mpanifo 030-255-0380 030-255-0380 na fe the Ghana National Fire Service for Ghana Police Service the National Petroleum Authority for atimi ajo so aba be yensiesi esefata sebeye na emfa ohobia emba ompatem ko a satankai abedane ede ato ye to adwumadi no so wa hade amade a na yenko Divine Hope Herbal Center for ho woma be kan yensa ofidie mu womo anom de otwea herbal powder aba eduru a etimi aboa na akwati ayare wa hodo nyina womankasa wa haide mame mo makwaba na afi enenso nsem omowo efa otwea ho no wom mfenso yen chief akwaba bibi abokode
body adama bibi
yankopans enenso Ghana for aye krado womo hwe womo tie wotwea herbal powder eduru ijuma ana ayare wa hodo etimi sa yanko
medase Obrempong for mame ema akwaba na Divine Hope Herbal Center yase ekese ewo Kumase mekro abusuakuru ajanhye mepacho ho ene aso ekese no ewo na ye no di ahyem se ya na yedu anwaso e dia badwama so Ghana nyina obi agye atum na Ghana nyina manfo di ho adanse ene otwea heba powder mepacho eduroi adwuma ebo no ano odene etina Ghana fo asom se twitwa sese omo enti hu jai eyotwea heba powder mepacho se odie eyesisi de uwo sisi mu haw usisi mu tatutu usisi mu ya oyapa ene ya wotena se na wo sori a na ye dene e de amon esa ne sisi ya de enti mepacho waduro ene otwea heba powder mepacho eduro wei se wo sisi ya de a da bia ba bia meka kire se menji ho akinye se wo ye obi a wo sisi ya de a wo ya age atum se wo sisi ya de no onana bi ene de agyaw anase wabusia pani bi ene de sisi yade ne de agyaw no mepacho enye japade enye ka anase edan ene de sisi yade e de agyaw etu yo bia wo sisi mu hawa mepacho waduro ene wo twea heba powder na bibia me babia me ka kire wo se emfa ho ene se de osisi yade ne ba eya na emu esifa etutu wo obi wo de ensuo tuto sei ene ensuo no ka no kitua bia ose ne misisi yade no so aka no ho mepacho wagye atum saama aka no ho eti ensu tobremi ene da bia wo hyedem ene wo twadwadwo se misisi yo eno na de me bakuru mepacho ochia heba powder ne nyabinom na sisi yade ntia da bia da ama wo yagye atum se eno na de wo bakuru mu no mepacho ebesa wo sisi yade na mawo ema wade ho edi afi ho wo ye bema e wo sisi mu haw eno de ya na emobo bema wo sisi mu haw na da bia me babia me ka kire wo se usisi ni gina so etimi koba mpo ene da asai na usisi ni ho atochema na bema wuntimi mpem ene na ma wasema ye mobo pa eti wo chia heba powder no se bema wunya binum a me pa cho esa usisi yade no ama wo no na ema emoja nso adie furusane ewo wuntini mu na bema watimi apem se bema eti wunya wo chia heba powder binum a bema ema o memma yosem ekosoro ema o memma yosem ejina brane esane se ema no de da bia me babia me ka kire wo some feelings wu hia mo pa obabia tinka wu hia no eti se ye na so ni di ahiemu na wo gyenegyene no a wa mana nkoni dedem ne zigizaga mu a eno na ya na ema mu twa fa akire no eti usisi na loke ato afa so usisi no pa ho atochema na wutimi nyina mu yie de a ene bema me pa waduro ene wo twea heba powder eduro yi me se de ntia Ghana for age atum nyina ne se wo ma so ahwe na mu di ho adanse a ese fata se mu di ho adanse ma me ukwadwa so a uton ye ma wie na obafia na ye dene de ama age se kukuru adu gina ho o hyenkani a wo so ti wo kesti achi ukwadwuma wie kwa kwa esensa wo so na ye dene se wo sore kura de free stay na achi ebi a wo so ukwadwuma wo sore krampa kwa ye hu ye a na ye dene na waka akonwam sisi yade enti abrante ababawa maame papa mepacho waduro ene wo twea heba powder aduro nyame tumi e womu nti sɛ wotɔ aduro bi no mu a sisiyade bia wo so no obo sa afi na kɔ na ma mema yɛ osam so agina brane ɛyɛ ɔkyea heba powder me pacho ebia wo de no tieniye oyɛ ɔba ebia wo fikyirikomu hawo wo fikyirikomu hawo no ɛtutu sisi wo fikyirikomu hawo no me pacho emba yie ebia bosumu we ɛbaaye nanso bosumu yɛ to aso no ama obi wɔ kɔ ɛkɔ bɛsa bosumu mienu bosumu miensa ohu obi wɔ nso a ɛba na ato ne dwadwo ɛyɛ ne ya ɛne baabi a ɔtene fikyire wɔ nyinaa na obi ateneka sɛ adwoa esi abena ɛna na fikyiri kɔbere aduru so no na obi anya line no mepacho oba waduru ɛne ɔtwea heba powder unya aduru bi no mu a oba wa fikyiri komu ha bia no ɛbɛte ne te ɛde ama na de adom no sɛ 2 in 1 ɛsɛ wa fikyiri komu ha ɛde ama no na ɛtwe watenka nso de aba ɛsɛ ne sɛ bɛma na no mɔtwea heba powder ni bi ɛma ne mema yosem agina yie moja di ni ntini ni mu afuru sane eme wagina so brane etu oba wo so nya binom na se wa fikyiri ko ha ne de ma wa na afa atwe watenka so de aba esa ne se ema bebere na tinka nyina ewu na oba so de watenka wu se emadwuma ne ye dene ye so mu kura na se ne ase wa mu na uso mu bia na ni omo se omo frɛ no mood swings na tinka te akoma uso mu was mood swings me pa cho unya otwe heba powder ibi no mu a wo ba watenka ewuo no twiaba na woni be ma ni di enhyiamu a utumu sampa watumi ameki sounds emu ebeye de esanse ya na no so ematenka ekosoro eyotwea heba powder ebia wo die koko tieniye koko na mfa woni baabi a efifiri wo emfa woni emfie dudu a ukoko yade no edi eyotwea heba powder ebia ukoko yade no be ma ma obe ma na twema elengelenge obi wo a koko nti amani bema no ayese efia anuma eni obi otumi tam to ne nsam no de tons akese agina mu me pacho yade na oyade tons ntumi nsa bema koko yade ama obema aye lengelenge me pacho nyochia heba powder ni bi nanom se ne be ya koko yade no sade ama no na obema atuma ye lengelenge no asanso atwe no di na pie na hoden agina mu ne gya no so ewo mu no so no etimi abo adwuma yie eyotwea heba powder ebia ukoko na ma opesa wani wapesa wani saa koko nti wanhwede ebegya wani yade ne gya wani yade a wadwe yo so be space da bia me babia me ka kire se ye kura ye space ye share de bo life yi uduru baabi ehunu kwan kura bisa obi se won kire wo kwan abayu ana obi se won kire wo kwan kura wo se ka chimpa space ni yi Russian guy ne na no ada bra obebo okrum hanti sese bebre na fi space na hyewo a utwa video etu ko hye obi kura was use space no it wan hwede ye na koko yade esai wani na yo adwen se ne space na be hyede anamo a sese waso be hye ehye obi a situ wani akwakọ ye nan hutu a aso hye beba etinyo otwe heba powder ni binom na koko yade nti a ema wogya wani yade no me pa cho bede ho edi afi ho ebi a wonso koko no ama wosum yesi wagi wasum saa da bia ne we ne sase no de bom ko obonso wastaga ostaga saa ene yi wasum ibi wode yi na suma ma we fita ni nyina tete aka na sum still wase wonte de firi wona afi wokọ akokọ takra so wode akokọ takra yi na suma akokọ nti sense nkokọ wo area so nyina hu ni pe no mu dwane watu nkokọ takra saa de yi na sum still wase wonte de efiri wokọ anoma takra so sese buru bed na mwe bia wokura tai obonuma agu fam tuomo takra e de yi na sum still wase wonte de kokọ yi wasum still ade kosoa koso ema emutre ema yedene kokọ yade no age wasum na boso wonso se wode anoma takra ba yi wasum ntene de sese wo hwe pete takra pete nso ashorte wo mo dane ba yiri bi omutu asofofo ne bo mo hwe sese yenya pete takra bi waduro ene wo twea heba powder nya binom kokọ yade enti ema wo yi wasum no obede ho de afi ho ebi a wosu kokọ yade enti uta kwan wo minimu ene otena kamu ene ba bi owo bi a obete akwan ni minimu saa kokọ nti me pa twea yo twea heba powder upload ye duro wei na kokọ yade enti ema okwan wo minimu no me pa twea obede ho edi efi ho oba wusu kokọ na jiwani maboso amada bia makeup na wuji watwi makeup saa edo obe pia wonye makeup ne ebisa nse na ho anie me pa twea waduro ni wotwea heba powder makeup ne de wo ye de to so a ema wani me ye gam na bom bia na wo de ni kokọ ntida bia ye feeling watwi wani saa ema kokọ ni ndi no da wan twi wani ma wupie kura na confidence a drop oba wadru ene ochia herbal powder ebi ampacho wo de no eye stroke ndwodwo ya de eya kan wo de wato dem me pacho eye ochia herbal powder eduro nyame tumi ewom ene adwuma a ebonti no ano odene etina Ghana for agiatum eti ebase ne ye di ho adanse de akyerew ye kyerew niema edroi etimi ya eya na da bia me ka kyerew se me mpirimu akoma ma me papa empirimu akoma abrante ababawa ne kono koji edroi bi enchihwe enka edroi di ekyiri ane se wato ede akosi wona wonom eno pe na edroi echi ene edro no bu ne bukura timifu se wato na akosi wona wonom obama edro ne bu afu di echi ano no nemom se woto aduro di kofie na nyame tumi e wo aduro mu nti se wo sisi yade e wo kokko yade anase bi a wo de no oba wa fikyiri kom hawo me pacho endudwo yade e na ya ka wato ho a unya aduro bi num ne baako na pa baako numiri me pacho obede ho de afiri hu obi nso oda wo sori dwonso saa wo ba dwonso saa wa hwanie ne de rubber to ba mamu a asohye beba etihwehwe ochia herbal powder chiri kwan ne nya binom entire wo eto ase ya besi na akokomu ya na wo de ne mututu uda bia wontimi me pacho wadu ne ochia herbal powder eduro sei enete box ni ni ehemu baako aduonum 50 pharmacy shop ni herbal shop or Ghana for na bia udru on sabetimi akabi yeyi ba ku say 10 Ghana cedis akosoro kra binum yi 12 cedis nemo box no open say ya 500 cedis akosoro kra 600 me patcho pharmacy shop ni herbal shop or Ghana for na bia udru on sabetimi akabi enko se okoto ba ku say emwa okwa me patcho box na obetimi a osiye mfama ho se wutimi box no a o de osiye nchemu mfama half 25 na jefa kosifie na nom ne baako na pa baako numiri yensuo ne muhumuhu dide saa na nom se de wuye ti no baako na pa baako numiri sisiya de bia wo so no me ka de hye nyame die no nyam se nyame tumi a wo adro mu nti usisiya de no ebete akọ sanso na wo de kokọ a emfa ho ene ba bia kokọ ni wo anamfie dudu a edi ebete ayira afiri so eyochia heba powder ba bia to adro Ghana fa na ba bia udru on sabetimi aka mpacho mo amwo nungwa Coastal Silcon Pharmacy on sabetimi akabi sanso NIDK Pharmacy ewo Amasa Maintre Junction me pacho won so dru ha on sabetimi aka edrebi sanso na mo amwo eye Ashamai Bim City Presby Junction udu Aboy City you can say Presby Junction ha onsa ebetimi akabi ne yeba ne yeka Bim City say Ashama no wa mo Shatter City so a ne ne Shatter for nedwa eti kolgo no patembe bia pharmacy shop ne yeba shop obia Shatter City onsa ebetimi akabi me pacho Kofodia Gabson Pharmacy onsa betimi akabi Temali PK Gumbila onsa betimi akabi sanso na tema na boache onsa ebetimi akabi uwola pasa me pacho foni echere Angel FM abunsa kese na say onsa ebetimi akabi second patembe bia wono Kesben FM onsa ebetimi akabi sanso na Kofodia Gabson Pharmacy onsa ebetimi akabi ena fe munso amuwo eye Kumasi patembe bia ehode yetu agum ehone aso ye kese wo eti Kumasi die pharmacy shop ne eba shop o Kumasi patembe bia onsa betimi akabi me pacho aduro idini ene ochia heba powder GN number no ebia na metimi ammo ba bia woni ba bia betimi anya bi GN number ni sisi a ne frɛ yen sisi a me no kase ya frɛ yen a obenya yen ye number na na se good screen so no so betimi atwa fa phone no ne twa aduro no enie ubu pharmacy shop na wura fi edin no ochia herbal powder fa kire de o pharmacy shop na herbal shop se aduro wei e na opɛ ochia herbal powder me pa cho wonsa betimi akabi ye number no 0591 56 55 57 0591 56 55 57 and 0550 63 90 37 0550 63 90 37 and 0551 22 82 81 0551 22 8281 ochia herbal powder ejetu ato it is a jane sewa Obrempong obeba
Divine Hope Herbal Center for no omo de otwa herbal powder na ba na bomode na ma on sentimi kabi na yarewa hodo ababo so ni nyina no ebeboa na etusa yarewa o yase e de adom abusia ha TVSYZ it's also live on Power 97.9 FM inside politics jumedie ana eguso ayahye ensama hodo a etwegu ewo man Ghana mu ane abomoden ne yede sense we nyina so ye beda no ye ho aba ye koba pe ye beto jumedie so e de ama o twen ye ba sia
ɛfa kura na menye sika ɛde ayɛ mefui
ɛhefa paa na menya bosia ɛde atre medwuma yi mu
kai kra mabre menye bosia ato taxi foforo Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodoɔ bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekokro abosia, susu account, ɛne da so wɔ hɔ savings account, me bada chain savings account, ɛne de akeka ho. Press Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Na won so wetumi aka sɛ
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka owner.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Obrempong eye adwumada. Eboa eyam aduane. Eboa eyi insa free ni peduanim. Na eboa woni pedua ma etena ho yie. Nanso wonim say niema a yedi na yenom. Timi ma brebo ye adwumaden sen pote.
Mehunda. Me brebo ye adwuma pa. Ebia sese mitumi ye bibi boa me brebo.
Ani and nothing about the left hit from the Moses Clinic we have our center about herbal food supplements. We see pa de boa brebo ama e ye adwuma yi.
Na ye adwuma.
Fatopa ye no anopa ne enwumre na eboa ma obrebo ye adwuma yi sene be ya ebetimi anyam aduane a wodi esiesie ni peduane mu eyi mu finsi yi
eno na me brebo kia pa
Ubenya Life Kit or pharmacy, herbal shops, ne supermarkets a ebeo. Sa wo pedudo so to a 0244 06 8447. Life Kit wa wo brebo wa wo ni pedua edro yi enye ma apemfo e ma e ma omomanofo ne mmofo a wonya mfie dumie FDA agi dwedie krato yi atum
Peace of mind is very essential in your journey to success. For Akwesi Papa, peace of mind means having a proper covering over his family. Literally. For Araba, aka Injection Mama, it's about having the funds to complete her advanced nursing course. And as for Corporal Odami, it's as simple as reporting on time for his shifts. Sometimes all you need is a simple push. At Needs Microfinance, we have tailor-made loan packages for salaried workers under the Controller General's Department. With the low interest rate and quick wahala-free process, you are guaranteed of a timely solution to get back that peace of mind, literally in 30 minutes. Microfinance, growing with you. The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
TV XYZ any power 97.9 FM inside politics jumedi ana busia yegu so a yahyehyɛ nsɛm ahodo etwagu ɔman Ghana mu ha na yɛde som wɔ baabi biara sabre wagye brɛ na wohwɛ yana sɛ utie jumedi ne bi na enkɔpem sɛ 6 pm bɛbɔ no nsɛm ahodo etwagu ɔman Ghana mu ha nyina no ka na hyɛ no so sɛ wɔ kasafidie so ana yɛde saa nsɛm ne nyina ɛsom wɔ ukɔ Facebook a yɛwɔ hɔ at power 979 FM TV XYZ Ghana yɛwɔ hɔ na mmom kɔpie mu YouTube dia XYZ broadcasting na wabɔ mmɔden agyebrɛ na afei dwumadie ne twego no adwenkyerɛ bi ɛbɛba otiri no wode ato asɛ wɔ mmerepɛ mu yɛbɛgyebrɛ na akenkan wɔn so wɔn di sɛm a wode ato sɛ bɛyɛ na yɛn nyina yɛbɛkɔ so aboa na ɔman Ghana afa ne ntɛm apa bi ɛde yɛfrɛ nyankopɔn nhyira amempere da medi di enke Obrempong yɛnto dwumadie no so mfɛm ma wɔ ha na meka sɛ Power Specialist Herbal Hospital, a hospital abusia. Yarewa hodo a meba bebu boso ni nyina. Sa ba betena so na ye kranko na wodi achi hospitals ahodo bebre nanso sa yare egu so ti ho a enko no mepacho ne. Sa wo hwɛ me ana wo tie mi anyankopɔn ene de waba bebedua ha. Se me ndare to na kɔ Power Specialist Herbal Hospital. Ɛhɔ ana yare a mebebu boso yi nyina no wɔn ɛhwɛ etu ase kra ma wotimi nya apomudin kɔso de ball bra. Eti say ye hepatitis A, B, C, D up to E. Me pa cha official team na hyɛ nso sɛ Power Specialist Herbal Hospital ɛwɔ ho aduru a wɔn asa agye ho abɔsebɔde bebree. Afei fatty liver, sciatica, prostate, broken bones, ulcer, swollen neck ɛne afei ɛyɛ fibroid. Sa yare wa ma boso nyina sɛ epi ɛwɔ so nko ade a me pa cha tumirika na fa kɔ Power Specialist Herbal Hospital. And fa ho ne baby a wode akɔ a wanya no aduro Power Specialist Hospital. Man in your last stop ebebo ye pa. Omo branch baako ewo Kumasi Feyase Lake Busumtwe kwana so opposite Josbro filling station. Ubehunu Power Specialist Herbal Hospital wo ho. Ubedu enkran mantem ho a omo okwa benya poku ase ACP kwan no so. Ehonso Power Specialist Herbal Hospital mo branch baako ho. Afi Takra de branch no ewo Anaji Estate adjacent Anaji MA Primary School. Na afi usetimi aka Power Specialist Herbal Hospital na yare bia ye krankwa betina so na titi wabrabo no wo matimi agebre e de adrupa kan na wanya hoden abo obram woni atimi age. Fa number samede ba betu dwana from e bia na nkyiremu bi wo ho a wo sanhwe ehia bi wo mo de be somo pa 024454 4422 0244 544422 and now say 0200 383831 0200 383831. Open so send your message or WhatsApp 0345 797878 0555 797878 now for Power Specialist Herbal Hospital for Ajebre no Masaw area. Ex natural mineral water yensua emuda ho krojin sa wo hwɛ sɛ de package ne tie no a betimi aka sɛ Ghana ha ensua ne package na ɛfɛ pa ensua ɛwɔ enuane nu ahodoɔ nyinaa bi a wonom a wo ahotoso sɛ ensua wonum de kwakodi dwumadie pa ɛwɔ nipaduam na de ahode ɛsɛ ne fata etimi asomo ɛyɛ ex natural mineral water so wo sɛ de emuda ho no because wo mo de fan fidie mu kama ɛhyɛda eyi mu pensempensemu na bibi biara ɛmmoa nipadua no wɔma yi afrim na mo nuani nu ɛbɛboa ma nipadua no nya hoɔde no wɔma timi ama na wɔ nsuo mu na ma ɛno ɛtimi abɛboa wɔ abrabɔ kai na hyɛ ne nso sɛ wokɔ melcom a wobɛnya bi atɔ ɛnɛ minima atɛbɛn wobɛnya bi atɔ nti sɛ wobɛyɛ yie wobɛyɛ wedding wobɛyɛ ɛyɛ party dwumadie bi a wopɛ sɛ wodi na nipa ahodoɔ ɛba aseɛ no fa ɛyɛ ex natural mineral water fa servium no bi obenu nsuo bi no na ni beje ho yie pa frɛ number me de to dwai na bi a won so upe bi atu na de agu shop mu na sɛ waton a wo matimi agye so na mama bi no watu na won so waton agye ho fa so de agu botom 0596273546 0596273546 and 0596273547 0596273547 extra natural mineral water simply natural. The office of the registrar of companies Semingusun Kai said deadline on the 30th of April 2026. He said by now betimi your business renewal and our file annual returns will be a company no me pacha wo say wọ́n adwene ho ayɛ extension ɛde ama because wọ́n hwɛ ɔmo nneɛma mu a whole lot of businesses ɛnfale ɔmo annual returns yɛ wọ́n ma yɛ business ɛyɛ name renewals ne yɛ ɛno nti wọ́n ayɛ extension ebi a na obi atukwan oni ha ebi a na obi yɛ biribi a ɛntimi ama na mma up to the deadline no eti on the 30th of June yi ana ɔmo de deadline akɔhyɛ me ne okase yɛ ne on the line aka 21 days na 30th of June nso deadline na so wɔn say bɛyɛ name for how bia embra on tutumirika na bra office of the registrar of company na afei bɛ file annual returns na bɛyɛ business name renewal no sɛ bɛyɛ na obetimi akɔso de business name no akɔso edi dwumason bia wudi a ɛde mfaso ɛde brɛ so anya sa na deadline so there will be punishment, there will be penalties, there will be a whole lot of things ebesi a one hwɛ ne ya na company name no ɛho etimi akɔka fa number me di tu dwa no na Fred the office of the registrar of companies bibiwa na bibi kire wadwene na ohia nkire mu amode besomo na fe bibi nsiesie bi a wasa wo ye no watimi aye 0308 249841 0308 249841 on WhatsApp ne Telegram number so 0599 525 774 0599 525 774 na fe watimi ne the office of the registrar of company adding common na see bi e wasa okoye se be na obetimi akose the business name ne aye adwuma na etimi aba so sa ebisa hi TVSYZ. We are also live on Power 97.9 FM inside politics jumedi and e go so ede so mo no dano fia de ya ana His Excellency the President of the Republic of the of Ghana John Dramani Mahama enya invitation any free the Republic of Belarus, yes, President na friend Alexander Lukashenko ho se wamra na wamunni nkomo wamuntwetwe nkomo a ebetimi aboa na relationship I don't mind Ghana and Belarus in terminal wometimi abomode na omahye kina chomampani dano fiada ano man muso ene empanifo ahodo bi a womo mind Ghana ha womo nyina aka ho ne omampani kopie mu ewo Belarus na another amene we can say His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana John Dramani Mahama ababedu wo man Ghana mu hanu mo a wode na no disem atudwa Belarus okoye niema ekosi wo ho nkoma hodo a ekoye wa briefi o man Ghana nyina dwumadi a wo koye no okodi wo Belarus wabra His Excellency John Dramani Mahama together with top government officials woman nyina etimi koja no Belarus na sa visit invite the President of the Republic of Belarus edema omampani John Dramani Mahama se womra na womo medi sankomo watimi ababedu o man Ghana mu a na omampani John Dramani Mahama bedu se de medi kaka no wadi kan de na no disem atudwa ne ekoso o Belarus nyina no waka yenko tie bi ye ba beto adwumadi nso de ama
happy to be back home. Home sweet home. Home is always the best place to be. But we live in a community of nations and we have interactions with other nations. We normally receive loads of invitations to visit, but we're careful to choose the ones that will be the most economically and diplomatically beneficial to both our two countries. And so we accepted an invitation to visit the United Kingdom. It was in respect of the Ghana Investment Summit, which is a summit that is held regularly in the UK. And it is attended by investors not only from the UK but from across Europe. It's become almost an EU affair. And so it was very well attended. GIPC, GEPA, and all of them were behind the Free Zones Board, all of them. And it was oversubscribed actually. And there was a lot of interest because of Ghana's recent economic performance. The investor climate has improved, and so many companies are looking favorably in terms of what opportunities are available for them to invest. On the sidelines of this summit, we signed the Ghana-UK Growth Partnership Agreement. We're moving our relationship from one of dependency to one of trade and investments. And this is one of the foundations of that new relationship. And under that growth and investment agreement, we signed an agreement to set up a first commercial scale ship repair yard in Takoradi, close to the harbour, in order to integrate the whole of that western corridor in terms of marine activity. And that's a £101 million project, and it will create the Takoradi floating dock for ship repair. In addition, we also signed an agreement for commercial afforestation in the OT region. Also training of AI. You remember we recently outdoored our AI strategy, and so we're going to collaborate with UK in terms of expanding training in AI. Our AI strategy is headlined AI for Good, and so we'll work together to make sure that AI is beneficial to Ghana. There's also a component for training clinical healthcare engineers to man biomedical equipment. One of our major setbacks has been that anytime we purchase biomedical equipment, their maintenance and repair has been a major problem. So you provide it to the hospital, and in a year or two it's broken down. And so that's one area we're going to focus training for engineers to be able to maintain our biomedical equipment. We had a bilateral meeting with Prime Minister Keir Starmer. We discussed political issues, economic issues, and of course also security issues in respect of the Sahel and all that. And then I had a meeting with King Charles, and there again he discussed a lot of issues to do with Ghana. He's visited here several times, so he had a very, very photographic memory of our country, and he's very well up to date about what is happening all over the world, and so that was interesting. I also took the opportunity to visit Ghanaian enterprises working in UK, and it was interesting. We got some wache from the wache joint, and then we also visited a family business, which is a bakery, very well reputed in London. They supply Ghanaian bread, Ben's bread, tea bread, the bread that we're used to. They supply to many outlets across the length and breadth of London. One of the high points of the visit was the London Stock Exchange. I was given the privilege to ring the bell. Now it's not a bell, it's a button, to press the button for the exchange to start. And we were giving that honor because of the performance of the Ghana Stock Exchange last year. It was adjudged one of the best performing stock exchanges after South Africa. And after a long time of scarcity, it has started listing again. First Atlantic Bank listed recently, Zen Petroleum listed, and they are preparing for the listing of Casapreco. And so there was quite a lot of interest in that regard. And so that was the UK visit. We also got an invitation to visit Belarus. And before I left, when I spoke to several people, they said, now Belarus, and also but you'll be shocked at, that country's progress. They were part of the Soviet Union, and while they were part of the Soviet Union, they were the part of the Soviet Union that was focused on production of agricultural equipment for the whole USSR. After the breakup of the USSR, that's an occupational hazard at the airport, and incidentally was South African Airways. And so after the breakup of the Soviet Union, they maintained the competence of building first-class agricultural equipment. And so we signed an MOU for supply of agricultural tractors, combine harvesters, plows, harrows, boom sprayers, and modern agricultural equipment as part of our program for the farmers service centers to provide mechanization for our farmers. But not only that, they are looking at the whole value chain. So they say it's not enough to have good equipment. It is the agronomy and the seeds and the fertilizer and everything, how you manage the farm. And they are very good at farm management. And so they are not only bringing us equipment, they are bringing us people, personnel to come and work with our farmers to increase their productivity in the area of agriculture. And so we signed 3 agreements there too. One on agricultural cooperation, another one on a joint economic commission, and a third one on trade. Our trade is still low. They buy cocoa from us for their chocolates. They make confectionery, and we also buy some wood products and agricultural material like fertilizers and other things from them. And so they want to see how we can work together to increase the trading amongst ourselves. And so that was Belarus. I had a bilateral with the president, President Lukashenko, and he was very warm, and I believe that they are seeing the opportunities of opening up into Africa. They also produce mining equipment, drills and trucks and all that, and so they will later send a delegation to Ghana to see what the opportunities in the mining sector are. And so overall it was a very successful visit, and we are not just signing those MOUs, we also signed a visa waiver agreement with them. And so we're not just signing MOUs, we're working to make sure that whatever we discussed and whatever we signed on to is made into a reality. While we've been away, we've been following what's been happening, and I want to thank Vice President Nana for her proactiveness in terms of visiting a lot of the places that were affected by the floods and also the recent collapse of structures, buildings that lead to deaths. This is an issue that we need to really, as a nation, do some hard searching. And I'm happy Nana explained that discipline must stop. Our values are eroded. We don't care anymore. When it's raining, it's the time for us to pour our garbage in the drain. And we think that we've disposed of it. Yes, you've disposed of it from your house, but it won't go far. It will go and get choked with the garbage from all the other houses. And when the rains come, it will back up into your house. And it goes and it's choked all our drains. People ask, why don't you do underground drains? The underground drains are choked with plastics, the food packaging, those styrofoam things that we buy our food in. After we eat, we just dump it in the drains. It's choked all the underground drains. And then aside from that, we built everywhere. There's a concrete jungle. In many places, in many countries, there are green places that soak the water. In Accra, there's nowhere. The only place left is Children's Park and Achimota Forest. And that one is even in danger of being willed to successors and made part of people's wills. And so we need to address this issue of flooding. People have built in waterways. I spoke about it just before I left. I mean, the sites, the wetlands that absorb the water before releasing them into the Atlantic Ocean are being constricted because people are filling and building and then reducing the volume of water it can contain. If that happens, then if it can't contain that volume of water, then it backs up and it floods everybody's house. And so when the Greater Accra Regional Minister and her team go and they are demolishing houses built in the wetlands, people say government is inhumane, you know, but it's also partly the fault of those who sell those lands. Those lands are not supposed to be sold. And then also partly the fault of our assemblies and the officers who grant the permits. If anybody brings a house that you know is in a restricted area, which is a waterway, it's not supposed to be sold. And so you should not sign the permit for them to build. But some of the houses have building permits. How did they get them? You know, so we have to do some soul searching. And I think government must be firm in doing what it has to do in order that we stop this perennial flood issue. We shouldn't be like the vulture who says he will repair his roof when the rain stops. When the rain stops, then we forget about it. The vulture forgets until the next rain comes, and he promises again to repair the roof. This time, if we repair the roof, we have to really work and repair it. Incidentally, this year too, the rains have been unusually heavy, and that is why we're seeing the extent of flooding that we're seeing. In other years, the rainfall is not as heavy. This one started in May and has continued all the way into June. And so I've directed the task force, NADMO and all the others, to do a presentation to us. We're going to identify all the restricted waterways. And when they have done that, I'm giving the directive that they should go ahead and do what they have to do. And I hope that when we do that, all Ghanaians would understand that it is government bills and trucks and all that. And so they will later send a delegation to Ghana to see what the opportunities in the mining sector are. And so overall, it was a very successful visit. And we are not just signing those MOUs, we also signed the visa waiver agreement with them. And so we're not just signing MOUs, we're working to make sure that whatever we discussed and whatever we signed on to is made into a reality. While we've been away, we've been following what's been happening, and I want to thank Vice President Nana for her proactiveness in terms of visiting a lot of the places that were affected by the floods and also the recent collapse of structures, buildings that lead to deaths. This is an issue that we need to really, as a nation, do some hard searching. And I'm happy Nana explained that discipline must stop. Our values are eroded. We don't care anymore. When it's raining, it's the time for us to pour our garbage in the drain. And we think that we've disposed of it. Yes, you've disposed of it from your house, but it won't go far. It will go and get choked with the garbage from all the other houses. And when the rains come, it will back up into your house. And it goes and it's choked all our drains. People ask, why don't you do underground drains? The underground drains are choked with plastics, the food packaging, those styrofoam things that we buy our food in. After we eat, we just dump it in the drains. It's choked all the underground drains. And then aside from that, we built everywhere. There's a concrete jungle. In many places, in many countries, there are green places that soak the water. In Accra, there's nowhere. The only place left is Children's Park and Achimota Forest. And that one is even in danger of being willed to successors and made part of people's wills. And so we need to address this issue of flooding. People have built in waterways. I spoke about it just before I left. I mean, the sites, the wetlands that absorb the water before releasing them into the Atlantic Ocean are being constricted because people are filling and building and then reducing the volume of water it can contain. If that happens, then if it can't contain that volume of water, then it backs up and it floods everybody's house. And so when the Greater Accra Regional Minister and her team go and they are demolishing houses built in the wetlands, people say government is inhumane, you know, but it's also partly the fault of those who sell those lands. Those lands are not supposed to be sold. And then also partly the fault of our assemblies and the officers who grant the permits. If anybody brings a house that you know is in a restricted area, which is a waterway, it's not supposed to be sold. And so you should not sign the permit for them to build. But some of the houses have building permits. How did they get them? You know, so we have to do some soul searching. And I think government must be firm in doing what it has to do in order that we stop this perennial flood issue. We shouldn't be like the vulture who says he will repair his roof when the rain stops. When the rain stops, then we forget about it. The vulture forgets until the next rain comes, and he promises again to repair the roof. This time, if we repair the roof, we have to really work and repair it. Incidentally, this year too, the rains have been unusually heavy, and that is why we're seeing the extent of flooding that we're seeing. In other years, the rainfall is not as heavy. This one started in May and has continued all the way into June. And so I've directed the task force, NADMO and all the others, to do a presentation to us. We're going to identify all the restricted waterways. And when they have done that, I'm giving the directive that they should go ahead and do what they have to do. And I hope that when we do that, all Ghanaians would understand that it is government's business to protect the safety of all of us. We also need to invest in education, information and education. And so the government communications department and all others must come and put, educational material out there. Now we have the new media. We should be able to do small skits that show our people what not to do in respect of the kinds of things that we do that create problems for us. So it was supposed to be brief, but I'm happy to be home, so I've been speaking a bit too much. So thank you very much.
The President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama Kwame Abebio, and of Belarus, a 5-day official working visit to Belarus. Obrempong, the Republic of Belarus, wamo mampeni or your friend Alexander Lukashenko. Waton sa from mampeni John Dramani Mahama say womra na womu nin common fa amai mi no Republic of Ghana and afi Republic of Belarus. Kwanko mbetimi afa so ayen sese ye beboa amai mi no nyina eno na ma mampeni John Dramani Mahama ene empenifo ahodo ekan ho kopie mo Belarus asen komoyi wo mo de akwahihye so in the coming days no san komoyi ana akwantu ya mampani John Dramani Mahama tu no eso mfaso ni nyina no ye behunu ewa hanom na ne kasa no kasa mina baby a otache ona eye me de kakrapa eye kwanya ebinim afaso Ramsar site na wo masisi omo dan wo masisi omo factories omo offices ene eniema hodo a yaye dia blocking waterways a enu nti oman Ghana se nsuo pete kekekra no a na efia hodo mu nyina echoki na nsuo esen krofo ajapade o se waba wone empedifo ba betra so ma ye hwehwemu na omo ye hwehwemu no omo hunu se wodan no baabi a wakwakosi no eye waterway eye Ramsar site eno ka ho bi ana nsuo a eyiri konkrofo fie no esia obemom go ahead. Se was so mu budan gu a wo mu be budan gu fom wo Ghana ha e was so man ye e was discipline kakra e batman mu fo ye mu e was ye hunu papa ne ye se wo kwa brochire a kwa Europe kwa America wo ye friend sen Canada bia ya hodo e wa brochire no a se aban dua wo fie anim kura no a you don't have any right se edua wo yes manim nti wo do wo pe kotwa. Ask them. You need to report to the assembly. Se edua we ya esiya no a block me fie no edua na ebi hwan kura to me fie no so omo beba behwe no mo ankasa apekwampa bi so atwetwa nnua no ehyepi a enhaw bio ba Ghana ha abaya dua ne nnua kura no nipa ne nim de kudie nchi aban na dua otimi twa to twene ya nya ne hwe bibia ne we bekoso okrom a because emra na wo mo e wo se somra num na obi yade a ye gira so de hye ne kon no dabi obeye kura no wahu no wotimi gisika bidi na afi wajai na ade ne gusu sai omampani John Dramani Mahama se waba eni age se waba bedu fie enti ehyehyeye bi e wo ho ebeye ene ebedi nkomo ye bebie phone lines na tum na ye ne etiefo ne ahwefo nyina di nkomo ensuo na etoto no area ben na wo na impact ben na enya wo so na bepim sabre se ukọ na ukohwe BIB ti se Okai Queen North. Yes, Okai Queen North. MP oho Honorable Teresa Ladi Awuni. The last time I needed in common north, over 2,000 have been affected. Okai Queen North constituency. Ensure ya to the extent say some part of Okai Queen North to Cranham. Abofrabi already 5 years. Ensure to you. Ni maami asomo ni nua ba wadi 20 years se wo mko ya ade mere no wo mo ba no bridge wo mo nam so se aye mere wo mo ti asopo mienu nyina gata no mu wo breko a ensuo efem wo ama abofra 5 years ni nua a wadi 20 years wantimi anso akwara ne nsem ama akwara no agifri ni nua ne nsem bape me na me ne wo de kasai Okai Queen North body akwara no body kura no wo mo hunyi ana wo maka so mo sie no eti omo a wo mo tu enwura bola egu gates mu wo mo esisi adan esi unauthorized places assemblies are a issue permit edema all these people we are coming there omampani abey enkomo obedi anamo mpanifo betu bia ye de cameras bedi akire and assembly ho ye bedu now area ho ramsar site ho waterways ho ni esisi adan ho na say ye wo no wa sa permit no a ye be kan ye friends adwumadi yi so ye ba we boma ba ye ba biem na obi anu say MC adwuma ye de ma wo no wo dwene wo ho wo gisika de show botom ama nkrofo ekọ ya mu nkrofo efa oha mu niema hodo a etimi famwa na ye nyina ya bomode aso jago so se beye na ye nyina no niema ye no ye behwe ne ye ye nto adwumadi ni suma wa ha live on power 97.9 FM and TVXYZ omabani John Dramani mama akwaba udwumadi a wudie ede boa enkomma hodo akwantuo bi a wubetu wode mfaso kase ana ebe omamu na ebetimi aboa na oman Ghana mmiri bi atwam niema hodo a ye hwere ye sika sem a ye basa na wobetena so nhihye pa wa ye nti se oman sika sem ene niema gu so toto na akwam nyankopon nhirawo na onka ho abiri bia saa ahoden no onfenka ho nyankopon nhirawo ye pa sa nya wo a koman ye ni da so asa nyankopon nhirawo president John Dramani Mahama abusana to adwumadi no so na minka o say Mend Moses for the left kid diaba a 100% herbal supplement edre na adwumadi edi ni say uliva no a wudidi enche na wada na uliva no ye adwuma mroso no eba ne sa na ema uliva na hoɔden so te liva no so hoɔden so te pe kai hunu say woni padua ne nyina ahoɔden so na ete no na edru a wono no mo ebetimi aboa abo oliver na chidom na bribia etimi adi ne dwuma odie soronko wo nipaduam ayam nuane de ama wo ayi fi bia ense fata set na nipadua no mafiri mu se beye na wa hoɔden betimi akoso agina branding asori anopa bia etimi akonyuma so aba eye left kid Mary Moses diaba no kana senenso se obetimi anya bi ato pharmacy shop ana herbal shop bi e ben wo na wutie mi na pharmacy shop wo herbal shop na wo pe left kid Mary Moses diaba ne bi amepacho number me de tudwe frewom ombeje so ama left kid ni bi etu se beye na wonso obetimi ato amankrofo age wo monkwa 0244 068 447 0244 na fe won setimi aka left kid Mary Moses diaba ebo ye liver ho ban na bibibiara etimi aye kama Safari Valley Eco Resort ye bia ya ho efe yie pa abusia se wanya holiday wanya leave wanya vacation bi epe baby wonkwa na ukodi woni ho kani woni wadanfo me pacho akonya ne da ho ma Safari Valley Eco Resort sebra wo mo wadan ya wo masini kama very spacious enu anuane a ede a wudi a wa be sampa wadi aduane mo wakoma to ye ma me pacho for Nisha Safari Valley Eco Resort ho efe yie pa so hwe environment the green environment kwan ya o ma fa so create man made lake and no betimi di boat kura tena so wobere kwa won wo yere ho kani na magye mani harmless zoo o ma create wo no so emo an nnamu kama wo betimi ni bia adi agro wobere kwa wasori na wona ma environment no aya ho me kan yie pa se wani esese meti ha na me kan company mo pe baby na my conference me pa chaw omo space kese e wo Safari Valley Eco Resort obetimi di asomo wo obeye yie obeye wedding obeye ceremony bia no nipa dodo eba opese ye class ye kama me pa chaw okọ Safari Valley Eco Resort omo spaces kama obetimi di asomo mana ye kama kai na senenso Safari Valley Eco Resort e wo kwapemamu edukroma kuapem ene ewukugwa kuapem dan ho ana omobutu fe number me de tudwa no won beje so na ne aka bia ntiase bia wo hia omode aso 0596 914394 0596 914394 and I visit your website on www.safarivalleyresort.com. Now, if you want me to so name kita hudie bia ho no matimi adi na dwumadie bia pese okodi watimi akwa di ne ho. Ma me nka say Divine Hope Herbal Center say odi otwa eba powder ba edroi ni dwumadi a edi ene say ebetimi aboa say wo yo ba wo ye be ma na sisi yare wo mo etena se che misi metena se che iye pa nti no eya metai enom otwa eba powder na etimi aboa na misisi a be yem ya no atimi afiri ho nti wo yo ba wo ye be ma wo sisi ya wo ya ampacho ma won sanka otwa herbal powder betimi aboa wo afi pass ye koko ebe boa wo na yi na afiri ho de ama wo eye sexual weakness low libido stroke ulcer menstrual disorder sayare wa hodo amabobo so yi nyina ampacho won satimi ka Otwa eba powder Divine Hope Eba Center dia ba ebetimi aboa pa ye. Shana so say before abenu otwa eba powder no na wadidi ansa. Se wadidi awie dia say ya no pa wie anwumira na asa homache. Ubetimi anu otwa eba powder na yare wa hodo amabobo so nyina retimi ako atia no ede ama. Okokofodia Gapsin Pharmacy oho omotun bi. Capeba usunyane House of Drugs ya Simon. Boache ansa e Cape Coast. Nana boache eba etema. PK Gombela tamale. For numbers here, me debe to je na ni Divine Hope Herbal Center for any komo na fe wo man watch ya herbal powder ni bi ntofegu pharmacy shop ana say wo herbal shop na ton faje nkrofo nkwa 0591 565 557 0591 565 557 and 0550 639 037 0550 639 037 na fe Divine Hope Herbal Center for herbal powder a omodi abo womodi abano na womatimi edibi asomo. Ebisa TVS YZ. We are also live on Power 97.9 FM. We are live on Facebook at Power 97.9 FM TVS YZ Ghana. Now PMO YouTube there XYZ broadcast na fe inside politics Jumedia ye de som no abomodi agebra hwebi. Now do agent tratra say merepem no ye beken kan edi amam. Mamenka say the Accra mayor Honorable Papo Aloti what the atuja say a free another crow se uhunu ewon crime pattern especially because I had a flood in Nijina pa say will be to bola edi egu gatemu me pa cho tete baby di now they recording no twan video na man in sanka say honorable asumesi ejina osu or to bola wo to niema bi o bucket bi mu egu gatemu honorable Obijina nima otubola egu gatemu recording the video manipa na nimu mra yiye na fama honorable wose wunya nipa ba ku bia ba usika 200 Ghana eda ho because wo mo kan bi na gates ni mu nyina echoki na ensuo to a na ayiri na fe ewurawura nkrofo fie na ehagene enti honorable kwakwa Aloti say wo ma sa ye friend say sai sika no 200 Ghana cedis wo bra wo reporti na fe wo so wahwe se enya de obi ti area wo de bola egu gatemu because ensuo ni yi a wo ana ebaba efa wo niema no yen hwe de Accra mayor ne nsemo a wo ka de tudwai ye ba beto adwumadi nsama yenda am phone ti asem the bola se ni hwe nsuo to na se obi afa abobo ya aka no one side mo egu hello egu gatemu chinu Ofa, video no buy, but really fans are. They say I'm in discover to them. Say, what about you? Be or didn't we got to? And run the only answer said if you 200 Ghana. What you go for 5,000? What you tell about 2,000? Once I know mobile video, but you want to sell it. Oh, guy, put that. Now, say, we got cap and never be a we got car never be a Eya time mu phone no mu course side we enye obi a baby a ho e say we sit down go sit down ho we be budan na ni asem baby a nye say container si ho wa be hu obi a odi ball egu baby a enya a be chi na ba no we je pe utumi ko chi ni say na so we bomani a hu say owo ha na say owo ha Opa be tia ni pa ku bi ade be be tia ku na ga na so dia ma me ni pa bi aba hu say odi ball egu gatem aba hu be bi owo wo ba bi be tia ku na ga na ma we aduma hu fa be tia create ma youth no ye watchman ama ya flag ni ama ya kwa enye no ya be watch it enye say o watch no kwa o watch ma ban etia uka hello eti say Henke Obrempong. Me ba bete. Me ame ba kura metima ba be ka kire wo. Unko to bola ingu because me kwa menya 200 Ghana. Menya 5,000. A day menya 10 2,000 Ghana cedis. Enye sika ketwa. Enti asemu a Accra mayor e de atu dwa no no. na etimi aboa na mo amoto ball aguga tem no yetimi agya Ghana akra yen ball ni nyina echoki ye wo 2 minutes ye repeke course ayefa na wo a enso ye to ye etimi enya eye effect ewo so 2 minutes pen ye repeke course no etu de ebe ma ebe fa 0204 155 944 0204 155 944 and 026 0256 710509 0256 710509 na fe yanko na yeni nkomo eva na wo ensuo no a etoto no say na etimi enya impact ewo area wo so. Hello, good evening. Good evening. There be free line so yam for 0204 155 944 0204 155 944 and 0256 710509 yeni nkomo. Hello, good evening.
Evening.
Me pa cho udi di so na afre mi fe.
Evening, Obrempong, your friend Richard, me friend Dodowa.
Okay, then I see what Dodowa is showing be about Dodowa.
And yeah, Dodowa, before we do Amra here.
Okay.
Amra here, Elegant Homes Road, you know,
yes.
Bridge, you know. Now, bridge, you know, our more, you know, or my diverted quino, ama, yefa, different routes, or more find a bridge, you know. But the second route, you see, a whole now after they are, car be to me, and to me back.
Wow.
And a main bridge, you know, so. Mean to me, some movie, you, contract and our side you. And no more, I see, I know, and you more trouble, you grab.
And how do you know, Richard? Martin, Medasi, you ready home, come on, Eddie Richard, Medasi, so afraid. I was yeah, Brenason, news team now ready on Hiliba, Buama Benier, and the Ama Poma Chichiku. What am I ready? And some more canning in ano, one with Timmy Ababa Sumo, had a Brema Quine inside politics, Jumedian so, and yet the Abana, Okwam Sierra, Director of Mr. Rab Jampo, Mr. Peter Cranton, Abbas, and Mr. Emmanuel Kisi, woman away, Mr. Lizzie, and a year makeup with treatment, him come out the best me. Kofia Santi, any Elvis, Nigina cameras, Nechi, a director cameras, and a normal trade media, the Summa Yang. Mr. Kelvin Asante, enemy producer, was she said, Media in as a met Nasi, Namen and Semi, MS Sumo. Midin the Yankee Obrempong, the grassroots president, to Quapamai Kania, to take up him this Yami Admo Watchna, your best name Kai, Nasan and Susa Watchna, a Mugabe Master, the capacity man, commander of the 9 million angels in the birthday, Yami Admo Watchna, Bedi, Macramo.